Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. Welcome to tradertv.live. We're seeing a bit of a mixed start so far for North American stock futures. Asian session to the downside. We have European markets mostly in the red as well. We have big tech earnings ahead after markets this afternoon. So futures a little bit muted ahead of that. Possibly a little bit of renewed U.S.-China tensions as well this morning. The U.S. State Department abruptly ordering China to close their consulate in Houston late yesterday. So we'll monitor that situation throughout the show today as well. Pfizer shares gapping to the upside. They've secured a $1.6 billion grant or nod from the government to produce 100 million doses of their vaccine for COVID-19, the one they're working on with BNTX. So Pfizer, big move to the upside. We have airlines back in focus as well. United reporting aftermarket yesterday, big loss, obviously. We'll talk about the airlines coming up here. We also have some data to get to today. Coming up at 10 a.m., U.S. existing home sales for June could be a big number, 10 a.m. That one's coming out. We also had crude oil inventories. It's Wednesday, 10:30, so we'll get to crude oil inventories at 10:30 this morning. It is Wednesday, June 22nd, 2020. TraderTV.live starts now. And there's a look at Asian markets from the overnight session. As I mentioned, big negative numbers here, both Chinese markets to the downside, more than 2%. Let's shift over and have a look at Europe, see how things are looking. Same story, red top to bottom here outside of Turkey, the only one in positive territory. We'll move over to North America here and see how North American futures are looking. Yeah, a bit of a mixed story. We had the NASDAQ negative earlier on. It has since gone positive. Everything else a little higher, a little bit lower to start the day. Bitcoin, you can see to the downside today. At the bottom there, gold. Yeah, 0.5% to the upside for gold today. Crude oil starting the session basically flat. 2 days in a row, guys. We had big moves in both silver and gold in the pre-market. So metals on the run once again. We have some interesting earnings to get to today. Snapchat aftermarket yesterday. We have Microsoft, Tesla coming up later today.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to look past today's session into those earnings. Certainly, we're excited for them. You mentioned gold and silver. Silver, another gap to the upside, actually giving a little bit back here. But it's one more thing today, guys. It's a happy Pershing Square Bill Ackman SPAC day. So PSTH, it's going to be trading on the New York, raising $4 billion. I think it's going to be about 200 million shares at $20. I'm not sure when we're actually going to see that open up. But Bill Ackman, the famed investor, his SPAC is locked and loaded. He's actually going to apparently put up to an additional $3 billion of funds into this for a potential acquisition down the line. There's no particular target in mind, just looking for advanced unicorns, he said. So the SPACs are certainly in play, and they're exciting, and they're all the rage. Another big one coming out today. So I hope we get a chance to trade this live for you on the show. Never a guarantee that's going to be the case. It's shaping up to be an exciting one, Sean.
Yeah, remember, guys, SPAC, they need to use 80% of the funds in the SPAC. So that's why they're looking for that advanced unicorn where they can get something that's a little more in value there. And that's why things like SPAQ and VTIQ and for Fisker and Nikola were also done as well. So we'll look at that. Probably, I mean, I don't know, probably won't move much, but we'll wait to see what does happen with that one when it does come open. But Snapchat, big time earnings yesterday. We saw that come through. It's not even on the imbalance locator here, and it's only down 6%. But NIO's here and Pfizer's here. We'll get to both those stories.
Yeah, SPACs, all the rage. PSTH in New York debuting today. So we'll see what that is like when it does start trading a little bit later on. Lots to get to coming up this morning throughout the show. We're going to have another great educational video for you. This one on how to trade IPOs. Some of the pros, some of the cons you have to be aware of when it comes to trading IPOs or SPACs. Same story on their first day of trading. And it's Wednesday. That means we have an education session coming up later in the day at 1 p.m. Join us right here for another recording of live education videos. Let's go over to the desk and say good morning to Valeria.
Good morning and hello everyone, guys. I wish you a great trading day, and we're here as usual to make it even better. Please sign up to our daily free watch list at the link I'm sending on the chat, and subscribe to this channel to receive notifications when we are back on air. Also, guys, please like this video and show your support. Let's have a wonderful day together, and I'll see you later. Back to Brandon.
All right, guys, let's have a look at how things shaped up yesterday here at Day Trade the World. More big numbers as far as traders are concerned here at Day Trade the World. Let's have a look at the top 10 list from yesterday. Yeah, 5 figures top to bottom here. Look at this, $66,500 coming out of mostly North America here, 24,000. Same story, North American markets here. You got to go all the way down to number 6 today, 11,500 from Europe. Everything else coming out of North America. So another great day for traders here at Day Trade the World. We mentioned Snap earnings. Let's jump into what is moving around in the pre-market this morning. Was the active daily users number that really disappointed as far as Snap is concerned. Came out up 17%. 238 million. That was basically in line with the 239 million that they had forecast. So a bit of a disappointment there. They also said 242 to 244 million daily active users expected for the current quarter, which is also a little bit less than what analysts were expected on the forecast, guys. So revenue overall, I mean, the loss grew. It was 23 cents per share, $326 million loss for the quarter for Snap.
Yeah, unfortunately, getting beaten up in the aftermarket. We were watching that one yesterday with a nice little $4 drop into the 21 range, coming back, at least filling half of that gap back in. Sort of watching some of those aftermarket levels here, right around this little 23 area that it tried to hold on the way back up. That's the level that we're trying to hold currently in the pre-market. I'm looking at that to about 23.20. If we fail through that price, I'd be looking to short below that, giving it that sort of range. Right now, it's creeping above, so my initial shot is I want to be short this name today. If we get an opportunity after the open to be below that price, I think we'll take a shot with, it's only 20, 30 cents worth of risk if you get a price consolidating below there. If it does tend to pop up, I'll likely try to fade that 24.50-ish where this entire thing started. It is one of those things where it also had run up pretty significantly, in the last few months, as everyone can obviously know there. So, selling off is not too big of a surprise, but I might try to participate in a bit of any kind of either bounce here up to that 24.50 area, or just selling through 23.
Yeah, Snapchat, look, we've been destroying that stock the last couple of days. Those of you who have been trading it with me know that, so we'll do it again today, hopefully. But look at this. I mean, this is what we talked about there from the bottom, $8, triple your money. In a couple months. So that's going to be a big move for Snapchat. And then I like this little breakout to the upside here, 23.75. Let's see if that can happen. I'm not too worried about downside. I don't really think there'll be much downside, but if there is, then obviously you got to watch for a 22 break. Look, ARPU, that's the big number that I'm always looking at. That's revenue per user, and ARPU was flat for them, $1.91, relatively flat to last year. So when you're making the same amount of revenues year over year, not generally a good thing for a company. So there you go. Snapchat does come back down, but look, only down 5.6%. Doesn't seem like that much considering the 300% move that we've seen in the last 3 months, Brandon.
All right, guys, let's go to the airline group. We had earnings aftermarket yesterday. We have more coming both today and tomorrow. United reported aftermarket yesterday. $2.6 billion loss as expected, equated to $9.31 per share. That compared to adjusted profit of $4.21 per share in the same period yesterday. As I mentioned, United yesterday, American coming out aftermarket tomorrow. So airlines opening relatively flat here. You can see we are negative on UAL here, but very active in the aftermarket yesterday.
Yeah, certainly. I was looking at one level there, and I just want to give a quick shout out. Robert Brown, thank you for the super chat. Busy preparing for new duty. Let us know where that's going to be. Stay safe as always. We appreciate you. We love your support. I know you're looking at Delta, obviously, but we've been watching UAL. I think Southwest also was going to be aftermarket today in terms of reporting. It's only done UAL here about 350,000 shares in the pre-market, so it's very, very light trading to be able to get anything from those price levels. Just sort of looking at this 32.20-ish area. It's really starting to form a bit of a wedge down here. I think that would be first support, maybe a potential break if there's any kind of a sell-off. But it's flat on the day with little to no volume. I don't know that it's going to be a trade for me. When it comes to American Airlines, a lot of times we'll look for that opening range and then be able to play in that. But I think I'm going to be staying away from United. I think once the rest of the earnings come in, certainly Southwest might be a little bit more interesting tomorrow.
Investment program in Blink here, EV. So we'll see here, thematic portfolio. We'll see 755 here coming on BLNK. So those of you that are looking at BLNK, that will be something definitely to watch. Taking out the top here. I'll be going long on that. I do see somebody asking, what's my Twitter handle? What a better time to show you. At TraderTV Sean, 4,900 followers. We're going to get to 5,000 today for sure. And not only do I, first of all, Instagram, I already put a behind the scenes thing on Instagram. So if you want to follow me on Instagram right here, at TraderTV Sean as well. But look at this. My art collection is growing. So we just posted this. I don't know. We'll get the shot. Oh, there it is. Here we go. So live on the show now. We have Freddy the Frog and Sunflower due to the Post Malone song there from some sort of Spider-Man movie. And then Freddy the Flamingo is in the building as well. So that was all tweeted right here. Thank you so much for all the likes already on that and nice comments. But they've been supporting me. And those of you that know, we have 3 negative days in the last 40. So we're going to keep that going here and hope that we can get some success with the new art collection on the wall. One day to be worth millions.
All right, guys, let's go to a news headline here. Yeah, Sean just mentioned it. Blink Charging, awarded a grant from Virginia Clean Cities for 200 fast level 2 charging stations. So this is the company that creates those charging stations for electric vehicles. So Virginia Clean Cities with that contract for Blink. So there you go. We can have a look at Blink as well. Let's go to Pfizer, though. As we mentioned, they have secured the government nod worth about $1.95 billion to create 100 million doses of the COVID-19 vaccine currently being worked on by BNTX. They combined with BNTX to make that vaccine. If you remember, the government plans to make the vaccine free for Americans, and they've also secured an option for an extra 500 million doses. So this is the real deal, it sounds like. Anyways, guys.
Yeah, the good thing for Pfizer here, obviously BNTX, you can track, sort of rolling over in front of 100, never quite got there. We were talking about Pfizer in that 36 quarter to 25 range is a bit of a break, and then sort of running into this resistance, which you're actually going to see now. So, 39 quarter, 39 even, somewhere around that top, I think I'm going to be looking at it. Now, obviously I like Pfizer, and we're talking about reasons why to buy it. Typically when this news has come out, there's been a fade opportunity, so I don't want to play favorites here and not at least be willing to take any kind of a breakdown if it does happen. So I will at least be looking for that trade if it does try to break the open and then take out that high. Right now it's 39.15 and then rolls shy of that. Somewhere around 39, it turns around. I think on the way back down, catch that in the first 5 minutes. Usually there's a good short in there. I'm not going to leave Pfizer out just because I happen to like that name. I'll be looking for that as a bit of a day trade. Normally, not the best stock to day trade in terms of volatility. I think today could be the exception.
Yeah, Pfizer, I mean, that's a big case there for them. And I just noted something here, Brendan. Microsoft and Slack doing a little bit of work here. Slack accuses Microsoft, and I just tweeted this out, guys, so just now, 36 seconds ago. Slack accuses Microsoft of anti-competitive practices. So that's work and MSFT, just another reason to follow us there on Twitter. But we can take a quick look at that. Nothing's happening. You did mention that Microsoft does have earnings coming out. They've been super strong to go, and we'll see about that today. I just want to check to make sure. This is a 3-minute chart. Let's just see if it's moved a little bit on that news. I mean, Slack talking about anti-competitive. Nothing happening on Softy. And work, W-O-R-K, not W-O-R-J. Over on the New York, you got to always change it over. Yeah, not much happening over here. I just want to bring that to everyone's attention. Look, Pfizer's going to be a good one today. Neil just hit it there with some of those levels. We are in Blink right now as well, 757. So you're going to see it goes all the way. I think that's about as high as it went there. But yeah, 58, 59, 57. We took the 55 break, so we're going to watch to see what happens. It's a big spread right now at 6 pennies, which is pretty big for $7 stock. So let's just wait to see what it does. My out's going to be somewhere around here, 680, 690 for this Blink position, guys.
All right, guys. Yeah, it looks like this is a European-based complaint. So they filed it with a European commission. So yeah, anti-competitive commission looking into that work, and Microsoft will keep an eye on that one as well. Spotify, guys, a little bit of volume in the pre-market, gapping to the upside. Some interesting news, though. They've signed a new agreement with Vivendi's Universal Music, in which the company will have an opportunity to generate additional sources of revenue when it comes to marketing, data, analytics. So all the data coming from their service being paid for, it looks like, from some of these music companies on the back end. So nice little look here for Spotify. I mean, this thing's a giant anyways, but another catalyst here possibly to the upside.
Yeah, might get it to that 295. Yeah, I mean, it's already gapping up a nice little $15 gap to the upside here. Actually, yeah, check that. It's like back down about 12 or 13 bucks. But it might take out that 295 level today. I think that would be an interesting break. It's definitely going to have some support. It looks like down around 281, 282 if it does fall like $5 or $6 further. So it's going to be on the radar. 75,000 is a good amount of pre-market volume for Spotify. Let's watch for a break at 295 if we can get there.
Spotify's all-time high before this morning was 292.76. So we'll look at that coming through. This is just a 5-minute chart here. I just want to show you guys the bump up that we had there. Trading not too much yesterday or the day before, but then you get a nice little move up here yesterday, from 279 all the way up there. So someone already knew this was going to happen. We make all-time highs yesterday, then come in today and try to get bumped up before coming back down. So we'll watch that, man. I mean, I'm just going to, I don't know. I want to take a 290, 275 break, which is sort of right up here. So we're going to wait for that. But Spotify's been a beast. We talked about that over and over again. The daily chart does not lie. You have Kim Kardashian and Joe Rogan on board, and Michelle Obama now, and now a new revenue model. And I'm happy to say I'm still long here somewhere in the 140s. So good trade.
All right, guys, let's talk Tesla. Speaking of Tesla, very happy. We're going to have Danielle Shea from Simpler Trading back on the show once again near the end of the show. It'll be about 11:50, so make sure you stick around for that. Danielle Shea coming up, talking all things Tesla earnings when it comes to options, director of options over at Simpler Trading. We're going to discuss a few different approaches to how we can look at this earnings report on the options side of things. So join us, please, at 11:50. Very excited to have Danielle back on the show. Guys, Tesla, yeah. Earnings aftermarket. Elon Musk also getting another big payday, as if he needs one. $2 billion in addition to the one he got back in May, because the market cap is now $290 billion, guys, on Tesla.
Kaboom. It's good to be Elon Musk, and probably a little bit better today. Of course, the other side story with their earnings, they've had 4 quarters of cumulative profitability, and they show a profit today. They'll be eligible and likely added to the S&P 500. So I know a lot of people are interested in that and buying it for that reason. Certainly would expect to see, going into earnings sometimes, it can be a little bit of a different style of trade there. Some people like to, some people not. 1558 to 1560 is the first support level I'm looking at. It was a nice breakout if you go a couple of sessions ago and then running into support there a couple of days ago. So if it ever bounces off there, get some consolidation, take a shot long on Tesla in front of it. It does look like maybe there's a breakout trade at 1610 to maybe 1612 or so. Maybe through that price, I think you can catch a break. In the middle, yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see. I actually wouldn't mind if it had a morning consolidation, didn't do much, and then took off a little bit later on in the session, lull everyone to a sense of complacency, and then make a big break. I'd actually prefer that.
Yeah, Tesla's going to be a good one here. Just responding to an order issue that I had. Okay, yeah, Tesla today. I mean, look, we traded yesterday. We took 20 bucks off our very first trade, and then we stopped it. We traded it twice yesterday, and it was good. It was really good in the morning time there for us. We were long, breaking through 1650, and then up here to 1670. We actually caught near the top yesterday for a big time win there. It was still my #1 stock yesterday was Tesla. So we will have Daniel Shea coming on here today from Simpler Trading to talk about that at 11:50. So watch out, as Brendan mentioned. 1592. Yeah, I mean, VWAP's here at 1590. I don't know. Earnings days, guys, are very, very hard to trade because people are getting themselves positioned, right? And we don't know if this is going to be a hit or a miss. So we'll wait to see here today on Tesla. But you have yesterday's 1560 bottom was something you could look at. And then I don't mind in the afternoon. I mean, we did come down here, but we did have a little bit of a bunched up area here at 1610. Bounce off this area, bounce here, bounce before finally breaking, trying to cover it up again, and then breaking back down. So watch out 1610 is where I'm going to be going long here. And there it is, by the way. We do it again. We set them up. The pins go lined up. And then we bang them out with another strike right here on BLNK. So we start the day off big time again already with a nice little 10-cent winner. We're long at 757 right now on BLNK. We take out 40% for 10 cents, Brendan, and now we'll wait for $8. But there's another win. So here's me chasing down Brendan once again. The dragon. Let's slay Blink today, Brendan.
All right, guys, let's shift over to NIO. While we're at it, let's talk about NIO. I mean, Tesla, NIO, obviously. One in the same almost. Opening lower for the first time, NIO is. NIO. Opening lower for the first time in 3 sessions here. I mean, we had the Goldman downgrade earlier in the week. Lots more competition, obviously, in this space. The Chinese upgrade yesterday. Tons of volume again in the pre-market for NIO, guys. What do we think today?
Yeah.
So we're not going to hit that animation again. It's way too loud.
Apparently still loud, guys. We'll lower the volume. Those guys are pretty good at fixing it. I like it. It was definitely cool. We'll try it again a little bit later. But I'm looking at NIO to see if we can't hold use these afternoon levels, 1260, 1270. That's also the pre-market high here at 1270. I think I'll be looking to fade that in front. You know, last time it gapped down, it did have both a pre-market sell-off, and then of course it extended a little bit further down here. And by a little bit, I mean a lot, another $1 after already falling, and that was a few sessions ago. So, you know, ever since that Goldman news, it did rebound all the way, and now it looks like it has another round of selling. And this could be, you know, going into Tesla earnings, it's likely to react as well. So I think see a little bit of sell the news opportunity here, and I'll take it in front of that 1270. Ideally, it tries to make a test and shake some people out, and you catch it on the way back down. Otherwise, you're having to play a breakdown, which usually never works for me, just simply shorting the break at the open of the pre-market range on NIO. I try to stay away from that. I'd rather fade into it in front of a resistance level.
Guys, we've been pretty busy here on Twitter. We just tweet this out again. And again, we'll do this all the time. Blink, so on and so forth here, going nuts. Oh, man, what's going on here? I'm getting a decline. My phone is ringing in my ear here. You get Blink here up. We have that CNBC news story here. My next target for BLNK up near $8. Let's just have a look quickly here at the daily chart. We did get as high as 807, and then after that breaking through 860. So big possibility for that if you're still holding on to your shares. Look, NIO yesterday was my only negative stock, symbol NIO, ticker name NIO. You're going to see here 1245. I mean, sometimes I take these breakouts and they're great, and other times there's nothing near them. So we'll have to wait to see again what's going to happen with this stock. But I'm away from this until I see the early development of what's happening here. It's not even, 350,000 shares. Those of you that have watched us on the show before know that this number should be in the millions normally. So, there's Snapchat. Snapchat finally showing up here on the sell side. And there's Pfizer. So this is just an imbalance locator. I know a lot of you like that. I get a lot of comments on Instagram and Twitter about this. This is the market on open indicator, and it shows you all of the source from NYSE. So it's floor orders going through, market on open. We'll see if this triggers something. And today, Brendan, relatively mixed like the market here.
Yeah, a few other little ones to get to here. Guys, want to get to Arun, we'll have a look at the futures, but have a look at Noven today, NOVN, 250 plus million shares yesterday, traded on that one. Also that Tonix Pharmaceutical, TNXP, back on watch, and Mitatech Pharma, MTP. Sadly, we do not have locates, but opening lower after a huge move higher yesterday. Let's have a look at the futures. We'll bring in Arun and check out a little bit of I guess, follow through, Arun, as far as that move down we saw in the afternoon yesterday, opening lower here overall for the market again.
Yeah, great follow through to the downside again overnight as well. I mean, we did bounce up, I guess, after close yesterday, and then came right back down overnight. For the shorts, that looks really good for me on the short side. I'm just waiting, actually. I'm very close to getting in on the short side. I'm willing to put up 44 here, around the 44 area, put up 50 on the stop. So it's a very tight trade. Not going to cost me a whole lot, but the downside could be great here, given the kind of influence that we're getting in this area between 45 and 50. So I'm going to take a small short here. Not yet. I'm still waiting to get in. Again, 75 on the top end, 32.75. That's the level at the top end for that. So right now, I'm waiting on shorts, potentially, of course, not a whole lot in terms of risk. I'm not committing to the short. I'm still waiting. It keeps bouncing off this 44, 43 area. So I'm waiting to confirm this before I get in on the short side. But again, for me, there's a trade here. I'm willing to sit around this area, maybe put up 5 points in risk, see what kind of downside we get. Again, it's 32.75 on the top end. If we break that, of course, there's going to be a move to the upside, potentially towards the 300. Keep in mind, guys, Microsoft is reporting today. That is confirmed. I made a mistake earlier. I thought Amazon was reporting on Thursday. It is not this Thursday. But Microsoft is reporting today. So that is going to be a big mover. That's the second biggest market, weight in the NASDAQ 100. So keep in mind, that is a big mover that will influence the market quite a bit. So with that being said, we'll see how this one plays out for the rest of the day, but I'm very close to getting into a short soon on this one here, Brendan.
Yeah, we got to, thank you, Arun. Yeah, we got to look at Microsoft as well. Obviously, big earnings coming after market tonight. Here's that TNXP, just mentioned this. I wanted to point out a couple of things here. 160, if you come over to the daily chart here, this little pivot on the daily chart is 160. Above that, you have 170 and then 175, a little bit of a ledge from yesterday afternoon. So again, 200 plus million shares traded yesterday. TNXP, definitely one to watch up here, 170 to 175, guys.
Yeah, another one there I know a lot of people are talking about, just staying in the small cap space, Brendan, OGEN. You did mention this. It might have actually gone out on our watch list as a NASDAQ stock. It's actually trading on the NYSE ARCA. Just watching this $2 level it's trading into right now, but a support at 175, failed break to the downside there. Good volume at 15 million. Watching for a topside break at 212 is that high. I'm looking at 215 is the price that I'm going to be concerned with for the long break. Support level, I'll probably be going one shot long in front of it, but I need to see, hopefully, if I'm going to be shorting it, it's likely to be a rollover in front of that 212 high in the open first couple of minutes or so. So OGEN, this is on the AMEX, or formerly the AMEX, going to be all over that. OVO, thank you very much there. Yeah, iRobot, they did report, so I mean we can definitely take a look at them. The only issue for me, they don't typically do a heck of a lot of volume. I'm only seeing about 20,000 shares worth of volume here, and gapping to the downside. You can sort of see the crazy action that it had in the pre-market. For a stock like this, I need to see an opening range. I need to see volume come in at 930 for me to be involved. It's just way too, it's too light. 20,000 shares is not a heck of a lot to form an opinion on any of the levels in the pre-market. So thank you very much for that. We did cover Tesla a little bit there, but Nikola will be in play probably again today after the entire space with Tesla earnings coming up there.
I did also want to thank Lorenzo, for coming through here and becoming a member, guys. Join us up. It's very important to us. We have almost 300 members. We'd like to add a zero to that. Let us, gets you on the green, gets you a few different emojis and whatnot. And it's just a way to support the show, guys. I mean, we're coming on here every single day. It's nice to see some of that support. So definitely hit that join button. Thank you so much for showing that up on the screen. But yeah, Nicola's not doing anything either. So OJ, good luck on those Tesla calls. If you want to give us some details, you can. But if you want to keep those private as well, that's cool. Tesla, hopefully tomorrow will be a banger for you, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. That NOVN that Brendan was just mentioning there, it's down. SSR, short sell restricted, because it's down 13%. Big time runner yesterday. $1, bit of a bounce here in the pre-market. I think it's probably worth a shot. We did take, I think it was TNXP off of $1 area. It was a good trade for us there, catching a 15 penny, 20 penny move for the majority of the position, and then just sort of using that floor, obvious floor at $1, or you can use the pre-market low here at 98 cents to give you an out. I'm going to look to see if I can't catch something in the 102, 103 range on a bit of a bounce. It's not a heck of a lot of risk. See if you can't get a run back into this 130 high end NOVN that's on the NASDAQ.
All right, I guess, are we done with Brendan now? We're just gonna roll here. Sure, guys, we have 2 minutes left before market open. I don't know who's on the bell. Maybe it's Miss V coming through there. Wow, thank you guys for all the memberships right now. Very important for us. Max, thank you so much. Lorenzo, we already got you, and thank you so much to Chris as well, guys. Big time for you. Thank you so much for that membership. And yeah, it's really nice to see that support. Let's just keep giving you guys as many winners as we possibly can. The only position we have on right now is this blink. We are gonna give it down here, like I told you, 725 or so. It's still a big spread on this one. We've already taken out some profit. Don't know where this is going to go. We need the stock to open. If I get out of it, though, we're going to try to go long again at 775 if it does break the top, guys.
Yeah, and just watching OGEN, same battle that we talked about a couple of minutes ago, still being waged right at $2, just in and out. There's a tremendous amount of liquidity here, so it might have to work itself out. I would have loved to have seen a test at this pre-market top right before the open and then rolling over. But if it happens to do it here, here, I think we might be looking at something in the neighborhood of a 195 to 190 short that I don't necessarily want to give all the way to 212. I might use a tighter stop just above that 2 even, at least for a first look right away. I do believe we have Valeri's going to be on the bell in about 30 seconds to go. We're watching a lot here. I'm watching NEO 1270. I want to see that roll over. Snapchat doesn't look like it wants to hold below that 23 off the open. NOVN, I'm also watching. Sean already in position, and I'm going to call it Blink, BLNK there. And of course, today we are watching out for potentially some action in the Pershing Square SPAC. That'll be opening at some point today. I can't guarantee when. PSTH, and that is also trading in the New York Stock Exchange. But there is the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ring that bell, Valeria.
All right, let's see what happens. We're ready for Macy's, we're ready for Snapchat. We have Blink on board, and that's about it for right now. Let's go. There goes Snapchat. It's not even open yet, and we're long. So we're long above 50 there. Possibly, did it open yet? No, I don't see any big prints yet around the New York Stock Exchange, so we'll wait to see till Snapchat. There it goes. Now it's open. 23.22. We're long above 50. See, that's why we don't put much risk in off the open on those little prints, because you can get in before the market even opens here. Long Snapchat, long Blink right now.
Yeah, I just got into a bit of a break on that OGen. I talked about it making that break at 195. I got 93s in here. We'll sort of work it out. I did much prefer if we could have taken that short, testing the top and shaking some people out. It hasn't really done that yet. We'll go with the tighter stop on that name. NOVN immediately testing that one even. So we're going to be digging into that one to the long side. You'll see that one pop in. I'm just going to take some off first in front of 185 on this name. So we got already lining them up and knocking them down here, guys. We'll take some out in front of 185, 175. Next level down on OGen.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go see if Snapchat can't go there. We just got some out in the high 50s there, so we'll wait to see if that one wants to get higher. If not, we'll dump it, guys. 22. What is this bottom here? 22.90 or so. But right now, long Snapchat and long Blink. So nothing else really moving for me. I did want to look also at Macy's here, taking out 640 on that downgrade, but right now not doing anything. The other downgrade in the retail space was KSS Kohl's right now, and that one's sort of not moving either, down 5.5%. We could check in on Spotify quickly. 292 is my target spot here. That's not happening. So the only thing right now is Snapchat, guys. Let's wait to see what else comes through. Donkey Kong, we're waiting for 38.75. That's DraftKings. You guys know that we love that name here, and that's going the other way right now. So yeah, so right now, nothing, guys. I don't really have anything on.
Yeah, a little bit too quick on the trigger on NOV, and didn't have a tight enough. Had too tight of a stop there. Got stopped out. We long 102 and got out at 98. I think that's a pretty ill-advised type of out. It's back above that $1. If it levels off, I'll try to get back in. I did just pick up some shares in NEO here to the short side. Horrible execution. Look at this, guys. It came right to that 1270 and rolled over. I had to chase it 20 cents before getting in. Brennan, what do you got?
If anyone's looking at this Mexico Energy, MXC on the NYSE Exchange, 208%. There's no news on this. This is big time short squeeze, guys. Very small float on this one. Huge monster volume already today. Just halted to the upside. So volatility halt here, just broke $11 for MXC, guys.
MXC. Okay, now our Snapchat's starting to go finally. Let's go. Let's see if we can't get going here. We already have the high of the day as an out, 57 or 58 there. We'd like it to break that again. Look, I could take 7-8 penny winner on this name, but I really think we can get back up here into sort of this consolidation area, 23.75. We just need a push here, guys. If we can get that, then yeah, we do like it on Snapchat. Still waiting for that bottom to come through. Macy's still not doing anything. We may take a trade rate now on that as it breaks through 650. Would much rather like this bottom of 645 or so, which
John,
is coming up.
You want that 635. That level is held for like 2 weeks now, so anything in between has usually been a good long position in Macy's. At some point it'll break, but I do like it. I'm actually watching the same thing, looking for a dip to 35 or so before I get in. I am adding to my position in NEO. I'm going to giving this one to 1270. If I get out before that, then you know I've made a horrible mistake. Pre-market high and opening high in the first couple of minutes here. Going to give it to that break, shorting in NEO. Also, going to get a reload here in
big
OGen
winners here everywhere, guys. Big winners here, guys. Snapchat going, Spotify, home run time. We're long 292.45. Yes, sir, we are here. Get me some 295s, baby. Let's go. Let's see if we can't get that. Nice little $3 winner right there, almost out of Spotify. Snapchat goes all the way up to 79, and don't have any orders out there, so that was a big win. Look at Spotify going 296. Bang, the chicken dinner winners are here, baby. I'm back and not going anywhere. Let's just keep keep going. $2.97 now, $5 in the money up here. Man, if we just cashed out of that Snapchat, we would once again be done at 9:34. Let's just keep this going, guys. We are just crushing these markets these days, guys. Wow.
Yeah, still chasing some NEO here. Going to get back into NOVN. We got slipped out of it once when it tested 97. We're going to see if we can't hold it through the new low at 96. That MXC, we are looking for that one to reopen at some point. For me, the key is going to be above that 12 even resistance. If it does open above, I think we're going to look for a potential breakout through that price. If it fails, I'm going to start chasing those shorts. But I didn't think we have locates. We'll see if we can't get them on MXC over on the AMEX. But right now, we're only looking long if it opens above that 12 even and can hold this whole price at 11.75. As long as NEO wants to hold in this range, we're going to continue to try and pick up some shares in the 50s. I got 49 as my average price. It's sliding in the money. I don't want to chase it much further than this. I want this nice little pocket here in front of 12.70 to be able to have my short and hang on to it through that little low. Brennan, what do you got, bud?
Just taking a look at TXMD, guys. Going to check on headlines here, but just popped up on a volume scanner. Big time relative volume so far. Not really doing a heck of a lot. It was active after market yesterday, but 3% TXMD on a volume alert, guys.
Heyo, and it's switch time. The NBA is back, and the baller's back as well. 298 now on Spotify. So we're still holding 20% of this one, going to the upside. Man, did we ever hammer this one. 292, we gave you that. 292.75 there. We took that out, gave that to you in the pre-market, and now it's just an upside surprise here for Spotify. We're going to hold our last 20% until break even down here, 292 and change. So I'm going to give it all back if this one doesn't want to keep going, because I'm just wondering, does it have a 300 handle on it today? Who knows? But we've already cashed out big time on that one, so we explode the money to start the day. The biggest missed opportunity was when that was happening, Snapchat also went, but we did not get anything out. So right now you can see we're in here. Now it's starting to fade back down. Maybe this comes completely back to the downside, and we'll have to get out of the rest for a loser. But really, really happy with that Spotify. I hope you guys made your day there.
Yeah, just rounded into some more shares in NEO. It just dipped down to 1240. Once it breaks that, I'll start considering taking some off. I want to get you back to OGen. We did have a nice win on the first short. The second short got stopped out, but look at this. It fails in front of 212. It looks like it's still going to be a breakout through that price. Got my order locked and loaded. I'll take one more shot shorting it in front of that before we head into the long trade, potentially on a break. You're going to see Macy's drop in there. I'm going to start that position in the 40s, but it is a long in front of 35. That's been the level I've been watching this entire time. So, as long as we have it in front, I do like that trade. NEO, it's going to have to do better than this to the short side. I want a break of this 40, and then I want a break of 12 quarter. See if we can't test that 12 even. It's in the money, yes, but we're looking for more than just a 5 to 10 cent win on this NEO short. Brennan, what do you got?
Another one from the pre-market, guys. OBLG oblong here up 70%. Huge volume coming into this. We flushed a little bit there off of the open, but right back up above 4. Trying to hold 4 now as support for OBLG, guys.
Yeah, nothing else really coming in for me here. DraftKings not really doing anything. NEO, I'm looking for a break of 1250 to go long. We'll wait. I mean, I know NEO's short, so we're going to wait to see on that one. It's not really doing anything. Especially 10 million shares, surprisingly not doing much there. Macy's not doing anything. Let's check back on DraftKings. You guys have known that DraftKings has been a monster for me as of late, and now it just keeps going to the south side here. So a lot of these names that were possibly overheated seem to be coming off today. But look at the market, man. The market's heading to the upside here. So let's check out Mr. Softy. You guys know when we put on a trade on Softy, generally it's pretty good. Yeah, no pressure. I don't even know why I say that, because now we have pressure. So 210, 210.40, maybe got to get going up here. My charts look a little bit different to me today, so I don't know what's going on here, but nice little upside move here, 210.25, but we're still $1 away from that one, guys.
Guys, nice little win. We took a quarter off on the 40 break on NEO, so we'll go with, I don't know, I like to hit this one starting off, a little hot dog action, because baseball is back, and you got to have a dog and a beer, and beer is going to be cheaper when I'm watching at home, that's for sure. But also getting into some TNXP here. Brennan mentioned this name. Now, because the short sell restricted down 17%, I'm likely to be shorting on the way up. I like it in front of 150. I'm going to start this one here at about $1.34. You saw the nice little dip down. I'm going to start shorting this pop. Hopefully get an average price in and around 140 if 150 is tested. So risk 10 cents plus to see if we can't make 2 or 3 times that. I like this short. We'll see if we can't get a few more shares in front of that 40 level. But there goes NEO to the downside. It's at 12.35. Like we said, our shorts were all in the 40s and 50s, the high 40s and 50s. We'll see if we can't get a nice little win on that. But 12.25 is the next target downside.
Okay, yeah, good couple targets there on NEO. Let's wait to see. We still got Spotify up $2 plus in the money, and Snapchat also trying to make a move back to the upside. What's up, B?
Just looking at a headline here on Hertz, guys. Haven't looked at this one for a while, but Hertz up 15% today. Huge volume spike. It's actually the Toronto Star reporting that Hertz will pay $650 million to suspend one of many lender fights that are currently going on. They're trying to take control of their fleet, obviously close to bankruptcy for Hertz here, but 15% today on that news, guys. Huge volume spike for HTZ.
That's definitely a good look. I'm actually going to quickly check because it's been off the radar, and we do actually have locate. So I almost want to make sure that I can go both ways here on Hertz. I haven't been watching this for quite some time, but you can see why. It's been doing absolutely nothing in the last few sessions, just rounding into dull zone. I'm going to look for a turnaround that I can possibly short. I don't necessarily see anything here until I'm fading something to the upside, maybe at $2. We'll have a look. That was a good level on the way back, so we'll have a look at that. But I think I have a chance to reload here in NEO. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up some more shares in this 50 range. Like I said, you wait for the prices you like. First out was below that 40 break. Now we're looking to see if we can get some more shares, 50 to 55, hopefully in front of that 70 level that we like. Dipped into TNXP. I'm going to be adding to that one. 134 is the start. We'll take some more at about $1.40.
Okay, guys, yeah, we're long NEO right now, 51s. We're going to wait to see what happens there. And then we also have Spotify, which is a monster winner right now, near the high of the day. Right now, it just touches 298.49 for a $5 winner for you guys right there. So Snapchat's the only real problem here, not doing anything. We did have a big run there. We did miss that off the open. We had a nice little long at 50. It ripped to 80, but we were not paying attention, so ho-hum on that one. We need NEO to go here. I'm looking at this top 60. We can get some out. That'd be fantastic there, but we are long NIO now, 51s, so we'll wait to see. This thing could crash. We're going to get out at 40 if that does happen, but right now Spotify making that move to the upside as well. So nice things happening for us today, guys.
Yeah, and I'm looking at Snap to break that actual bottom. I wanted to see it holding below that 23. That was my entry signal. It never really gave you that off the open, snapping right back. So Snapchat snapping back. 22.85 I'm looking for a trigger to the short. I'm going to be staying away from it until we get that break to the downside. I do have to get back to OGEN. I tried catching the secondary short in this one. We did miss it right here at 195. Look out for a 180 break. That'll be the next trade I have, unless it retests 2 even, which I'll probably take 195, 196 short. Still have a stop. 212 breaks, 215 area. We're going to be going to the long side on OGEN, but right now we're looking for shorts below that price.
Oh man, Spotify, here we go, guys. Can we get to 300 right now? You guys know we're long 292, so we'll hit the cowbell for that. Wake up, everybody. 292 right now, 50, 45 to be exact. A nice little $6 win here on Spotify. I know a lot of you guys watch this stock, so hopefully you can hit this winner here today as well. Put in the chat if you have, guys. If not, follow me here on Twitter. We're getting close, man. Only 40 more followers, and then we'll hit 5 grand, and then we'll do a little celebration. So hopefully we can get that 40 followers right now and get up there. As here we go. Come on, Spotify. Let's go, baby. You can do this. You can get up here, guys. You can get to 300. Let's go, Spotify. Here we go. Can we break 300 now? Here we go. A nice little $7 winner. So we go air horn to that one. And Spotify, we hit that one early. And now we're in the nice little trade here. I told you still holding 20%. This is a monster trade. And let's just see what happens here. Let's get out now. And then if it breaks through 300, we'll go longer again, guys. How about that?
That MXC over on the Amex did open back up. It tried testing the top there. I got in on a break of 1250. I want to see if we can hold that halt price. Doesn't look like it's going to. Might have to hunt for shorts. We're going to look to see if we have any locates. I don't know that we do, but MXC below 11, we're going to have to cover this one. So first shot is going to be a loser. I don't want to hold into a halt. So I'm going to quickly get out of this trade, guys, and then see if we can't get some locates on MXC because I really want to be short if we can catch any kind of a break to the downside. Yeah,
we're trying to get out. We try to get out of Spotify there in the mids, but you still have, the thing is, you still have a 60 penny spread or so on Spotify. But there we go. Snapchat gets flushed out there. What a surprise. We missed that top there. That was bad. I mean, it's not as bad as we thought because we were able to get out and we were holding about 35% or so of our trade down there. And of course, we get that bottom wick. So you want to talk about a bad bad beat. That's a bad beat right there, but that's okay. It broke our level and we get out. You got to stay disciplined, guys. That truly is the name of the game. So Snapchat there on a pullback, bad trade there off the open long, losing 50 cents. Overall, probably losing about 30 cents, but still, we never like to make a losing trade. So that one is through now. 23.25 maybe, right around.
On size alert on that Macy's. I don't know if you're looking at it, but it is coming downside towards that 635 support that we've been watching. And I got a 500,000 shares looking at here in the bid at 640. 35 is kind of my level, so I'm going to be long more shares in front, but I'm going to have to pick them up earlier than expected now that I see that bit of a bid there. I believe we have Brendan. What do you have for us, buddy?
Another one here, guys. Best Buy moving. Couple of day move or 2 day move here for Best Buy. Just broke through 97. Guess it was aftermarket. Big move aftermarket. They said since stores have started to reopen, sales are up 15%. Since the beginning of June, guys, for Best Buy.
And here we go, guys. Dancing gorilla time. Neo, right to the upside there. We take 50s long, bang, 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 out some 61s, out some 62s there. Have half left right now on this one. So a big break there. Thank God. Like, unlike Snapchat, like our day would be infinitely higher there if I would have just got out of that Snapchat. But right now, nice little win here on NIO to the upside here, out of half. So now, at least if it comes all the way back down here where our out is, we will not be suffering from that trade. So right now, Neo, right to the upside, good little trade there. And obviously our Spotify, we talked about it, and I should have got out when it was ripping upside here, but right now it's pulling back down. So we'll wait to see. Our break even is down here. I do have a 298 order to try to get out of some of that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Just added some shares in Macy's there for you guys. I did like it in front of that 35. I'm going to like it a little bit more than now that I saw that big bid, rather large size bid at 640. 35 is my level. I've added a couple of times. My average price right now 47s. We'll see if we can take that one back up towards the pre-market highs in the 660s. Usually the bounce off 35 has gotten you to some point 85 or 7 even. So I'm going to be hanging on to this one as long as the level holds, but you got to take profit while you can. It's a smaller stock there. For me, Neo at 1270 is my level, 1270 is my out. I've taken some profit on the short. The rest I'm trying to hold for a break a little bit lower than that. So I'll take 10 cents here, maybe a quarter of the position at most. See if we can't reload and then rinse and repeat in front of 1270.
Man, Snapchat, damn it. Yeah, we wish that one would have worked out for us. That would have been monster for us here. But okay, NIO, we are waiting here, guys, at 65. I mean, we gave this one to you. It's actually marked down as a pretty strong trade here on my list. I have about 6 or 7 ideas that I write down and we talk about them at 9 o'clock. So you can give that one. So here goes NIO, pretty strong one. We've cashed in already on this, less than half now of that trade on. Here comes Spotify, big time missed opportunity to the upside there. So we get out of Spotify, but that's okay. It's our biggest stock by far today. Spotify with the big win there. Keep going upside and then falling back down, but we're able to catch it out. Just a little bit silly that we didn't get out there because we saw the 300 coming. We got a little bit excited there. Sometimes you got to hold for the big ones. But what's up, Reddit?
First Energy, guys. FE, big mover to the downside today. Just looking at a headline here. They got a subpoena in connection with the Ohio nuclear bailout bribery case for First Energy. So FE down 20% on huge volume. Already has halted once, guys.
All right.
Just a quick look on Snapchat. I just finally got into position on this one. It just took out that low, that 22.85. So I got slipped to 83 on the short side trade. I'm finally short in Snapchat for the first time today. Obviously, there was an opportunity on the pop. I wanted it trading to the downside for my short. So that's what we went ahead and did there, guys. So I'm going to be short Snapchat. We'll see. First target's not till the pre-market low at 22.50, and then we'll sort of go from there. If it does come back up to 23, I might be loading up some more shares in front of about a 23.10 area stop, guys.
Okay, area stop time. We did go back long on Spotify, and right now we're long again, 292.70. So it's another dollar in the money right now on that name. Look at NIO, guys. Floss that one off. NIO just ripping upside here, 1267, 1268. Let's just keep going, man. We're holding this one. Let's see how high NIO can go for us now. We're still in a decent position here. So nice little trade happening on this name. Also Spotify looking to go higher here. So we'll see if it can. What is this level there? 294.50. We'll see if we can't get to that. Our out's going to be back down here, 291.30. So if that breaks downside, we'll have to get out. But right now, Spotify looking nice and Neo looking nice.
And in order to avoid push-ups, I have to stick to my word there. We get out of Neo on a 1270 break. So if it ends up being the high wick, I can live with it. That was my trade. We wanted to get more than just a 10-cent win, so we managed to take that. Make sure we take that. Greg, if you can flatten me on MXC, I'm having some issues with my orders on that stock. So I get stuck in a hole. halt and going to get absolutely crushed on that one as I'm getting some rejects on my orders, guys.
Yeah, guys, and here goes Macy's. Again, another big trade that I had written down, shorting through 640. Let's just wait to see if this one wants to go or not. Who knows? We are short Macy's right now, and we do have Spotify ripping upside as well. So a couple nice little trades here. Look at Neo. Bang! I know it's been a lot of chicken dinner winners today. That's just how I'm feeling about this. 25-cent winner right here. NIO, bang, 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 bang. I'm going to definitely be tweeting this one out. What up, Brandon?
Sundance Energy, another one from the energy group, guys. SNDE, 80% here. Couple of upgrades in this group and also on this one today. So just broke $4 here on SNDE. Huge volume spike at that point, guys.
S to the NDE. Okay. We should have took some profit out on Spotify there. We did not. So now we'll put an order upside 294.50 or so. We'll see if we can't get out of that one. But we are getting out of our Neo right now. NIO. Nice little trade. Huge monster trade, guys. If you can and you're following me for the first time. Okay, we're getting close, guys. Almost 5,000 followers. I did want to say shout out to my gorgeous daughter who made these amazing paintings for me. The streak continues. So let's just keep going now on that and see if we can't capture more and more profits here, guys.
Yeah, I knew it was going to happen. Sometimes you have bias in a stock in Pfizer. Should have been rolling over in this one. We talked about selling off on that news. It does fail in the 39s, as we said we'd be looking for, and then there's the breakthrough 38 quarter, giving you a nice little win there. Look, I had some support levels in case it goes down further on Pfizer. 37 quarter is going to be the big one for me if it ever gets down to that price. I'm adding more shares in Macy's, but alert, the buyer that I saw at 640 for the time being is gone. I still like that 35 level. We're going to be long in front of it regardless, but the big buyer that I saw might have been fake. So I saw that order pull. Looking at Pfizer, 37.25. I'm still long in Macy's. I'm going to hang on to that one. I do like it still. 45 is my price. I'll take more in front of 40 as well.
Okay, yeah, Spotify finally starting to go right now as well. We'll see what happens on that one. Yeah, we're still waiting for Macy's here to go. We'll have to wait. I don't know. We'll wait to see if that one goes or not. Maybe not. Okay, Spotify finally starting to go. We are waiting for, to get out of some here at 294. So here we go. See, that's me right there. Bang! There it is. A nice little $2 winner to bring it back here on Spotify. So we didn't hold that one, but we get back in, and now we get out of 2/3 right there. Let's see now, Spotify, how high you want to go up and how high you want to go. Neo as well, days high on that one. So yeah, NBA is back and so are we. We continue to destroy the market, guys. Put yourselves on my back and let's go. Big time trades today. 1280, 1281 coming up here. Big time win. 30 pennies on this one. $3 on this bad boy right now. What a great couple of reloads, guys. I'm going to post all of these trades for you. Let's just keep rocking and rolling here. Lots of money to be made today, guys.
100%, guys. And now back into some snap at around 23. We talked about a target area, 23 to 23.20. This is where I want to add to my position. You can also see me in TNXP shorting this pop as well. We're in front of 150. That's going to be our price on that name. Macy's rounded at 635. That is a level. If it ever breaks, you got to be getting out. We've been playing in front of that for 2 weeks now. If you do see it fail to hold that price, you're going to see me out of there. OGen is working in the money for the downside, but I'm not taking anything off till a 170 break. You're going to see me short at 178. I'll actually add to that position if I can. But first, we got to go to Brendan. What do you got, bud?
A bit of a non-event yesterday, guys, for IBM. If you remember at the open, they faded the positive earnings. We had a nice fade move all session long. But back to the upside today. We held this 126 area back to 128 today for IBM on decent volume as well, guys.
Oh, is that IBM? Yeah, IBM with that report there yesterday. But right now I'm just in the middle here of tweeting out this NIO trade. What a fantastic trade that appears to be. And look at Macy's. Here we go, guys. Let's go to the downside here on Macy's. We are short 41s now. We're out at 37s. We just took some out at 30. Oh, that was 37 actually. We took some out there at 37. Now let's hold. Come on, Macy's. Let's get going to the downside right now. We are short 41. Everything working out. We get out of our NIOs up here in the 70s, and now we're going to cash in on this Macy's, guys.
Yeah, Macy's is looking okay, but I'm gonna take this long and just load up in front of this 35. Snapchat here, reload in front of 23 even. Average price 23, exactly that price. So it's starting to work back to the downside. We'll see if we can't take some off on the way down here. But TNXP starting to be a bit of a concern. Snapchat loading back in at that 23. I'm gonna start taking shares off in front of the previous low of the day, which was at 22.80, and then next stop down 22.75. Let's see how far Snapchat can go. Reload at 23 even. Brennan, what do you got?
We mentioned silver names over the past couple of days, both gold and silver moving the past couple of sessions here. Pan American Silver here, PAAS up 4.4%. Big time volume spike as we broke back above 37, flushed all the way down to 36 there at the open, but back above 37 for PAAS, guys.
And guys, we get out some there. Neil picking that 635 spot. Good spot. I hope that was a hold there. We get out some at 33s, 34s, 32s there. So what a big trade for us right there. Hit the home runs. Like Neil said, baseball is back and we're not going anywhere. Big time trading happening all over the place today, guys. Neo, Macy's, Blink, Spotify. It's just a cash cow. It's the chicken dinner winner festival around here, guys.
Sometimes the best trade you make is saving yourself. Reload on Snap. I'm not going to lie to you, Sean. Keystroke error. 10x our size, so quickly had to work out for some profit. We like to reload at that price, so it's a position we want to have. It's just when you have more shares than you want. And looking at the liquidity here, it's not a tremendous amount, but we're able to cash some out on the flush. Thankfully, it was a good reload at 23. The price was good. I like it up to that 20-cent range, and that's why you want to make sure you have an amount that you can hold on to. So Snapchat, we get some shares out there for a shallow win. The next level down for me is going to be holding for a 22.75 break, as I just mentioned. We're going to hang on to this one short at 23 even. Brennan, what do you got?
Another one to look at here, guys. Smile Direct Club. No headlines that I can see on this one, but SDC up 5% today. Decent move yesterday late in the day, but watch these levels here, 955 up to 960, even 975 here, straight to the upside for SDC so far today, guys.
I want to update you guys on that OGEN. Basically, in front of VWAP in this little 190 area, we're going to be shorting some pops here if it wants to come back to the upside. I will have to fall that one in a hole in Macy's. At some point, it was going to break. We took it almost as many times as we can for some scalp trades. One day, we actually did get all the way from 35 to that 685 level for a 50-cent win. Today, it doesn't look like it's going to be in the cards, but I just took more of OGEN to the south side. I still like a 212, 215 area break if we can get it. But for now, as long as below $1.90, I'm going to be shorting this one. Already 1 for 1 on a nice short in the pre-market, or literally right at the open. See if we can't make it 2 for 2 here, guys.
Okay, we're also looking here, what is this, 96, 97, and we'll see if that can get to the top here, 296, trying to break. But right now today, guys, super successful day. We've been hammering Macy's. We told you we loved that 40. And again, guys, I don't know if you can see this. Which one's probably better? This one? I can show you my board here. This was my number. No, not that one, guys. One of these two. If you can, here we go. Macy's, where can you see it? There we go. See, it has multiple stars there, short at 640. So there you go, guys. Big time trade happening. We take that short at 640 and we don't even have to worry about it. We get out 36, 35s, 32s, then again more at 35 right now. Let's just keep the train rolling, guys. This has been a monster day for me here, so let's just keep this going. What up, Brandon?
Another earnings name here, guys. A little thinly traded on Logitech, but Logi, L-O-G-I, 4.8%. This is all-time highs up here for Logitech. Check out the daily chart. Nice March higher from March. Logitech, yeah, all-time highs, but a little thinly traded, guys.
Oh, God.
Definitely worth a look. I want to check quickly back in on that MXC, guys, because I got stuck in this halt, had an issue with my orders. It does come back to the downside. I still like it to the short side. If I can get it, I'm still looking for locates, though. It would be a 925 area break if we get it. Otherwise, it's going to likely be a fade up to about 1173 here in front of that 1173, $12 even area, guys. So that we're going to have to watch. Snapchat's testing near the top. It could be reload time for me. We took some profit on the first short. Let's look for a secondary play here. It's trying to break through the high end. Actually, just also got some shares in that TNXP. We're going to be reloading in front of 140. And OGEN working in the money, but nothing out until 170 is broken. We're short at 179.
Okay, guys, we just went nuts on Snapchat there. A nice long and a nice little profit there. Also, what you missed also was Blink. And your boy, Blink, and you miss it right there because air horn that out. We go long here, couple shares, and long at 75, out all at 85. Big win right there. Snapchat, big surprise there, making that move to the upside. We were able to get out. Wasn't even noticing, just all of a sudden saw the green light up. And then, so now we know Snapchat long here, 28s, guys. Big time trading out there near 40 on that break, guys. Snapchat.
I'm getting my reload and snap. Shorting the pop here is going to be the play for me. As long as it wants to hold these highs and put in higher lows, it's going to remain to the short side. So on the way back in, we'll use this recent high as an out. We'll call that 2340-ish and then catch them on the way down. Snapchat's sort of already up on that name. Here goes OGen for me. You've had to be patient with this short, but it's really not giving you any reason to stay away. You want to short pops, you want to short breakdowns. The first out, and I don't know why I have two orders there, we'll get out on the 170. If it goes any further, next step down is going to be 160. We'll see if we can't get a 20-cent win there. Ultimate target would be for it to go all the way down to a 150 area break in the previous close at 137. We'd love to see that if we can get it, but OGen already working pretty well. Going to get that reload and snap. I actually just got it a couple of seconds ago in front of 2340.
Okay, guys, we're going to get out of NEO. I mean, this has been a monster day, man. We're at our highest spot we've been at all day. So a nice little trade on Blink 182 right there. And then we have also Luck and Coffee. He's not doing anything. I'm actually relatively flat on that trade. My biggest trade today, though, is Spotify. And guess what, guys? We're $1.50 in the money again on this name. So let's just keep hitting the confetti back and forth and around on a lot of these names today. It's been a big monster day. Our Snapchat, we're still long at 28. We're basically out. This was, I mean, I put on a decent amount of shares there, and then we got out right away for that 10 cents on that pop. So let's hold the rest here. My out on Snapchat is going to be somewhere around VWAP here, 23. Actually, I'm going to give it a little bit more, probably 23.10 or so on Snapchat. But Macy's right now, we got to rinse this out as well. See if we get filled at 36. Nice little 41 short right now. But yeah, everything cashing in for us today, guys. Also, make sure you pick up some of our merch. These coffee cups, very, very popular. Our #1 seller there, Go Green Bay Packers, you can see on the board as well. And then once again, guys, we'll raise up the cup.
I don't like their chances.
Raise up the cup today, guys. Big time. Let's go.
I got one thing to say is if you got a horse like Aaron Rodgers, you might want to support him while you still have him.
Yeah,
because it's a little ridiculous not to give him.
Second best receiver.
It's a little bit ridiculous. I could be the second best receiver on the Green Bay Packers right now.
No,
I'm joking, obviously. We do need to get to happening now. I'll update you guys on OGen, which just broke down. But Brendan is at the big screen. Time for happening now.
All right, guys, let's have a look at North American markets here. 30 minutes gone already, just like that. NASDAQ back in charge as far as U.S. markets are concerned. You can see 0.5% to the upside here. The S&P just 0.25%. The Dow about 0.2% to the upside, but back in positive territory across the board. The Russell basically flat. It was a little bit higher than that, but working its way back down. Here in Toronto, 0.1% to the upside for the TSX. Brazil just went negative if you're joining us from Brazil today. A bit of a muted session so far as things here in Toronto are concerned on the TSX. I was watching some of the cannabis names. Weed here now negative. It did open higher, but immediate flush back down to that 2350 area. Coming back into some interesting levels on the daily time frame, though, for weed or CGC if you want to trade it in the U.S. Enbridge, some of the energy names also trying to go negative here. We had big moves yesterday to the upside, you can see, for some of these energy names, but back to the downside today, just breaking through 4150. For Enbridge, so we are positive, but a bit of a muted start. That existing home sales, guys, that number just out 11.3% over a year ago, so down 11.3% in June for U.S. existing home sales in June, guys.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to be all done on Snap. It just goes back to that 23, and I'm just going to get the heck out of that one. I did reload up at 30, but I quickly said I would get to OGen. I will come back to it here. Thought it was going to be a sleepier trade than this, but it just broke through the 170 mark, so we'll see if we can't quickly take off a 15-cent win in front of 165. For a stock like this, you'll take some out all the way down in front of 150, and if we can hold a quarter of it to a 140 level, a previous close I said 137, it's 136, doesn't really matter. We'll get out in front of that as an ultimate target, but that will be for like 10 or 20%. If you're trading one of these, it's $1.65. I consider it a penny stock. Obviously it's above a buck, but it's all about the volume, 40 million. We'll be reloading if we can in front of 180, 185. And then sort of rinsing and repeating until it breaks higher. Still like to break out at 212. If that happens later on, fair enough. It does seem like that's not going to be in the cards in the short term, but I still have my order locked and loaded.
Okay, yeah, good look there for sure. Spotify, I just want to give you guys an update. I'm going to wait somewhere around here. Where did I put my order exactly? Oh, 297.50. Okay, all the way up here. I might change that to 296.50, which is that top for another $4 winner. What up, B?
AMD, guys, just checking on news headlines. Looks like earnings are July 28th for AMD. All-time highs here this morning for AMD, 4.4%. Just popping up on a volume scanner here as we broke through $59 for AMD, guys.
Yes.
What an absolute run.
I picked it up at $50 not even that long ago. So AMD, big win for your boy there. But yeah, good look there. We'll look to trade that one. I just want to give you guys a quick update. Sorry, Neil. 296.50 is where I put Spotify. Not sure if I said that.
Yeah, all good there. I just wanted to quickly check back in on Pfizer. Yeah, no dip down to that 37 quarter. It's sort of leveling off here at 37.70. Look, the tables could fall out. I think if it gets past that 70 mark, maybe 50s, and then I like support to be down at 37.25 ultimately, which means there could be some downside in this trade. I'll take a quick little break here on Pfizer, and of course, I actually miss. We'll see if we can't catch it on the way back up on Pfizer. We'll see what's going on here. Trying to get some shares there.
PSTH, he said.
Sorry?
PSTH.
It's open.
PSTH, is that what it is?
PSTH.U.
That's why.
Oh, it's .u. Okay, .u. And it's on NASDAQ? No. No, New
York.
I
New
guess.
York.
It's on New York.
There it is. Let's see. Okay, 21.25. Sorry, bumbled the code there. Okay, obviously nothing really happening right now. Like I said, I was not expecting a big move on this one. Just a SPAC, guys. It's waiting around to make an acquisition, right? So nothing on right now, but PSTHU. We'll definitely keep an eye on that. I know by the sounds of it, Greg is on it. So if this makes a dramatic move, I'm sure we'll hear about it. And thank you for that shout out, Greg. And also, what's his name back there? Oh, yeah, Brendan with the symbol there. Thank you so much for that one. Right now, not doing anything. I think we'll wait on this.
Yeah, I actually finally got into those Pfizer shares. Was sort of chasing it down when it broke 70. A little bit slow to get some shares there at 68. I'll try taking some more, and a little bit of a pop. Let's see if it can't break down. I do have that STH up. It looks like it got all the way down to 21 even and held that price. So I'm going to be looking to see if there's any kind of real support there. Maybe catch some bounces off. With volatility, not big, volume big, volatility, only a 40-cent range so far, 50-cent range. If it can hold 21 and try to bounce off of it, I think maybe there's a scalp trade to the long side in terms of how much you can make there. You're probably gonna have to size up to get any kind of a real win, given what I'm seeing.
Okay, yeah, good little look there. We are waiting. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll just get out of some Spotify right now because it just looks like it's just chilling around. We're in the money, $3 here, so we can take this off if we can get hit right now. We just put an order at the offer now. So if I can go up a little bit, we'll get out of that one and celebrate once again another $3 winner. Macy's, though, guys, we starred that one down. We showed you about the Macy's start on this little sheet here. If I hold it the right way, shorting 640 was a big trade there. Can you see that? 640, you can see a couple stars there to the downside. So right now, cashing in on this one as 31s coming through now. So big time trade right now on Macy's. We just did cover some at 32. Let's see how far it goes, man. I mean, I don't really have any downside targets. I'm really happy with this. We are literally in 8% of our current position, so of our initial position. So Macy's right now already destroyed. The destruction's already in on that name. Everything moving, man. And look, I mean, I decided to get out on Spotify, and then it starts coming back down. Watch out for this view up. If we break 294.50, maybe let's flash out.
Yeah, market's starting to trend to the upside, so we're going to have to watch out for Pfizer here. We did like a bottom a little bit lower than this, but I'm only giving it about to 38 even, so I'll round into some more shares if it starts heading back down, but I'm not going to add as the market tries to trend back to the upside. The ES is basically flat on the session, but we're trying to make a move a little bit higher than that. I do want to get back to one neglected position, and that was that TNXP spot. We do still have shares above VWAP here. It hasn't really made a strong test of 150, which is the level that I like, so I'm trying to resist adding too many shares here while it's holding above this 135 mark. I would like to be taking a position more in the 140 range there. I'm going to see if we can't get locates because we just broke 21 on that SPAC. I got in front of it and quickly stopped out for a small hit. I actually do like the opportunity to short in front of some of those levels. We'll see if we can't get those locates. Brendan, what do you got?
Seeing some of the solar names popping up again. Sunworks here. We were talking about this one back on this day. Big break of $1. So moving back to the upside for Sun W up 22% on big volume, guys.
I don't know, Eric. I see that blink reload. This is not really my thing. More Neil's. I like to play the breakouts there, and we've already gone 2 for 2. That was that small 20% that we held. So blink already. You know, the cash is already in the pocket. I'll probably stay away. I do like it above 8, of course, and I can't believe it actually got to. I don't know if it actually got there. $7.99. Wow, if that is the high of the day, I'd be surprised. But we did get close to $8 there. So Eric, for me, no real reloads. I like to play breakouts, as you know. So for me, it's below low VWAP here. I don't mind. There's some support here at 730. So I don't have a problem with reloading here. But for me, I'm going to stay away. But good spot right here using a 730, 725 out. So there's a little bit of analysis there for you, Eric.
Yeah, I would be looking a little bit lower than this for any kind of a test. I think that 710 that's held all morning long off of the open, or 7 even, better to call it because of the pre-market level. I would look at that. If it ever breaks, I'm looking to short BLNK, and otherwise you take a little shot long in front of it. And if you like the risk tolerance for 730s, to be able to take it and give it to 7 even, fair enough. It can get to $8. That's not a bad win-loss ratio. I like it a little bit closer to 7, where I can quickly flip into the short trade if it breaks, guys. OGen is popping back to the upside a little bit. So we got the 165, that nice 15-cent win on a penny stock. But if it's going to come back towards that 170, I'll take some more shares off. We're short here at $1.79, $1.80, where my 2 entry prices. And Pfizer, got to watch out for that when it's only out about 7 cents. But we liked this one a little bit lower on to make a bottom. It looks like it might be trying to do that right here. It is 1010, or at least close to 1010. A time to get some upgrades and downgrades with Brennan.
Hey guys, yeah, let's get you a few more symbols to have a look at. I mentioned this one already on the upgrade side of things. Best Buy, 9%. This thing's at all-time highs now for BBY. Good one to look at. Coke we were talking about yesterday, KO, Wells Fargo as well. To the downside, even with an upgrade today on that side. Kohl's, Macy's we mentioned, and Snapchat, the big one to the downside so far. For downgrades today, let me flip over to the next screen. Here we go. Yeah, Best Buy here, guys. This is all-time highs. Just broke $99 for BBY, up 9.3%. So a nice look there. Huge monster volume sales since they've started to reopen stores in the U.S., up 15%. So a nice look for BBY. Kohl's to the downside. You can look at Macy's as well. UBS downgrading both of them in the sector, saying that some of the negativity caused by the pandemic and the lack of malls being open and some of the department stores really not priced in yet. So gapping down on that. Held 21. We're down to 20.50 now for KSS. Guys, back over to you.
KSS, yeah, it was KSS or Macy's it was going to be. We wrote down Macy's. I'm very, very familiar with that stock. But yeah, KSS, Kohl's to the downside. Let's check out Walmart, maybe in the, wow, 130, 162. I mean, how high is this for Walmart? This might be near its all-time, it is near its all-time high, 134. So Walmart, nice little move downside here today, but maybe time to pick some up. Let's do some work on Walmart. 132.50, it needs to get up there. What are these bottoms? 132 even. Don't mind a 132.06 here on Walmart, guys.
I'm just looking at Boxell here for the first time today. Obviously, we talked a little bit about the breakout. It's been a name that's in play. It broke out at 280, came all the way back in off a move from 325. I like to see it roll over another time here at 3. If it does do that, maybe you get back to that 275 area. Otherwise, you might take a shot breaking back above the 3 even. For me, I want to see it either holding low with consolidation or possibly breaking out and giving you the same thing above the 3 level. But certainly going to be on radar. Just added to the position in Pfizer as well. That's starting to level off a little bit too.
And here we go, guys. Air Hornet out. Explode the money already. It's party time central already. Bang! You want the bangs. There it is. We haven't had Superman yet today, but that's sort of what we're like right now as AMD mooning right now. We go long through 60, up to 60 and a quarter there. So nice little trade here happening for us on AMD. AMD long, NIO and Macy's both to the short side, guys. So we need to get some out. There's some out right there at 20 on AMD. So good little out here. Nice little moonshot to the upside there. 625 it gets as high as. We're still long $60 even right now. So let's keep this one moving to the upside here. AMD, what a big winner. It's a big stick kind of trade. Let's just keep going. AMD, we love you.
We also love Tesla, guys, and it did put in a bit of a range finally. It did a nice little pop off the open. I don't like trading it right there. Now we're holding below that 1610 that we're talking about, so it looks like that could be a potential breakthrough price. For me, I'm going to have a stop ready to lock and loaded to go. You get tight consolidation, which $10, $15 is relatively tight consolidation for Tesla. Looking for a break at that 1610. I will put that on board. Pfizer's finally starting to roll over in the money for us, but I'm not going to take anything out till it gets down towards that 37.50. My price here at 37.70. Brennan, what do you got for it?
Yeah, you mentioned Tesla there, guys. Workhorse as well, coming back to the downside. Nice little move up to 17 off the open here. Decent opportunity at the long, but back below this 16.75. Bit of an area on the daily chart for Workhorse. Speaking of Tesla, guys, keep in mind 11.50. Daniel Shea, Simpler Trading, joining us, talking options ideas for earnings on Tesla today, guys.
And here goes. We're going to tweet this one out, guys. AMD, just the monster of a position here going. But look at this NIO trade. A little bit of an undercover trade here. We go short at 38, short again here. So a nice little undercover trade on NIO. 15 pennies now in the money on this beauty as we keep going downside right now. Short right there. Little undercover action as we take a roller coaster ride. We go long NIO. Do. Bang! NIO going to the downside right now. What a trade. We are now short 36s in total. Just keeps going down. 12s. Let's just 11s. Let's go, NIO, man. This is the kind of day that it is. Superman is in the building. Let's keep going, guys. NIO to the downside. AMD to the upside. Macy's to the downside. What a day.
I only have shorts on right now that I look at it. TNXP, Pfizer, all in the money for us. And of course, we got that OGEM. But I want to get you back to one more here. We talked about that Tesla. I am locked and loaded, ready to go. I'm not really looking for any types of shorts in terms of breaks. I don't have a level that I'm looking at, but if it ever gets down to that 1560, that was the support level that I think we both mentioned earlier on, so look out for that if it gets down. It's a 1610 break upside that I'm watching, and Brendan had mentioned a little bit about Workhorse. That's pulling back in despite the fact Tesla's holding its range. I like this one potentially holding fort at 1640, but the volume, okay, I'm probably likely to be in Tesla and then jumping back into NIO rather than Workhorse.
Oh man, did Tesla go, what was it, 1620?
It hasn't broken 1610. It made one move and then sort of came back in. I'm looking for the secondary break.
Yeah, that level at the beginning of the day, guys, like Neil was just talking about, I talked about 1610 there, but I wonder if on this little wick here off the open, if you would have got screwed because you would have gone long there, and then it did close all the way at 1597 before making that move. So yeah, probably a good thing that we wind up missing that trade, in my opinion anyways. Never good to miss a trade.
You're likely to, who knows? I mean, you can't really tell, but there's a lot of times where that type of an entry at that time of day is a good shot that you maybe get across to your maximum price and then have some trouble getting out because it happens fast. Look, there was probably $10, $15 worth of a trade in there if you're going to be quick and as long as you got the execution. But I like it a little bit later on in the day, and if we can get that 1610, I'll be all over it. Just want to get back over to that Pfizer. I'm tightening up my stop at 37.80. This market trying to come back, and we don't necessarily have the greatest price, in my humble opinion. I liked it a little bit better if we were going to be talking about a base at 37.25. But I also like the short much better if I was catching it in front of 39 at the open, which we did not do. So tightening it up to 37.80, it actually has a feeling of a breakout through 38, the way it's made a nice little bottom here on Pfizer. So I'm likely to get out at 80, but I'm not going long until we get a 38 even break on Pfizer.
At tradertv.live, just sending out this latest tweet here, guys. And the thing is, the reason why I do it is we get a lot of feedback. I get a lot of direct messages and whatnot. So if you do want to get a hold of me, please send it. And this is the thing, guys. Take that trade, guys. Breaking through that 60 level, you can sort of watch to see what kind of trades we're making here on the show. So follow me. We're getting close, man. Almost 5,000. You don't want to miss the fun. Come aboard now. The water is warm here on this one because right now, guys, we have just a big time wins going on here. 40 cents on AMD, 14 cents now on NIO. What a good out that was. Almost perfect there. So smash the like button for that one and we'll get going. But there's the Street Fighter after this. We go perfect with a little Ryu action there. Is it Ryu or Ken? It's Ryu. Okay, going there. We'll see what happens down through 12.11 now. But AMD, guys, continues to be the story to the upside here.
The story to the downside that we might have missed out on Nikola crashing to $38 right now. It just held 40 obviously off the open, moving to the downside. A 38 break, I'm not likely to have at this point. If you're hanging on to that short, it's just sort of worth noting. We've been mentioning these opening prices the first couple of days. If it breaks this, I expect some support at least at 35.65, 35.70 area. Valeria has something for us. Let's throw it to her.
Thank you, Neil, and hey guys, welcome everyone who joined us for the first time. Please hit the subscribe button and join our live trading show every day at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Also, every Wednesday we are recording live-to-tape educational videos, and we would love you to join us today. Open the link I'm sending on the chat in a new tab and tune in today at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for great education. And of course, guys, we really need your support. Show your love and smash the like button. I'll see you later. Back to traders.
I did want to give a big shout out here. Daryl, you're the man. And I guess today I am a little bit because a good thing you got that alert there for 58, 59.04 you got. I guess you're assuming we're talking about AMD. So we give a big catapult to you, Daryl. You're welcome there. Eric, you asked me here, is it better? You know, I do have obviously an Instagram account as well. Let's refresh. How many followers? 924, 923. 3 followers there. Lewis Daniels, guys, our sponsorship today. There's the watch. That's what we've got on right now. Lewis Daniels, big sponsor. Show us up there on the trading. If you're a guest of the day, which we have one today, you will be getting those. Almost expired, though, guys. This is Instagram. I would say, Eric, the best way to get a hold of me would be to DM me here. I won't show up, but I mean, they're lined up here. Here's Daniel Shea coming on the show soon. I said I wouldn't show people's accounts, but there you go. Daniel Shea messaging me. But here we go, at Trader TV Sean, Eric. Long-winded answer. That's the best way to get a hold of me. But I'm hearing in my ear as our system is working, we are ready for Brendan at the big board with small cap recap.
Hey guys, yeah, let's jump into small cap world. A little bit of a choppy session so far for some of these names, but we were talking about this one, MTP, right before the open. We sadly did not have locates on this, but $4, big time support yesterday in the afternoon. We tried to get up there in the pre-market and failed. Tight consolidation. You've heard this story before. Below a significant level, 4, nice washout down to $3 on MTP. Hope you guys caught that one. TNXP, another one. We're talking about 165 up to 175. These kind of levels from yesterday afternoon obviously didn't even get anywhere near that, but did give you a little quick scalp to the downside. Volume already drying up pretty quickly on that one. Want to talk about OGen real quick. Neil's been covering this, but 2 to 210, still involved in this trade, still working that one to the downside off of that 2 and 210 area. MXC, wanted to touch on this. It's been halted a couple of times. We're working back to 11. This company has a $7.3 million market cap, so like tiny company. The float even smaller than that, so a bit of a short squeeze happening on MXC. Still haven't found any kind of headlines on that one. Mexican Energy, guys, back to you.
That's kind. Look at AMD, guys. 70 cents now in the money. Of course, we only have that 20% on mistake time there, but we got most of them out in the $30 range there, so we give up a lot on that one. I got to learn to hold a little bit better. If anybody has any ideas how I can hold a little bit more, then that'd be fantastic. Once again, DM me and we'll talk about that. But right now, AMD would have loved to hold more, but I stick to my plan, get out, and that's what it's all about. Here we go, guys. 75-cent winner. We've had $10 winners almost on spot. Here's another 75 cents on this one. NIO, Macy's, everything. The only 3 positions we have on, and according to the board, that is correct. Long 60 and short the other 2, guys. What a big day.
Yeah, speaking of sticking to your plan, sticking to the plan here on Pfizer, first leg out in front of that 50 when it took out that 60. And again, I have a tighter stop here just because of the rounding out it's doing, and I want to be reversing to the long side at 38. I'll take it out if it breaks 37.80, tightening up the stop. But the next leg will be a 37.50 area break if we can catch it. We are still going to be gunning for that Tesla to the upside if it can. We're getting some sideways action in the market, unfortunately, but just sort of getting back to NIO. Initial short good, secondary short not good, but should have hung on. And ultimately, we had to stop at 1270, so it is what it is. You try to hold it for a bigger win, but if you got to stop, you got to take it. It looks like the short was definitely in on NIO. Bouncing, however, at 12 even, so do watch out for that level. Looks like it could make a double bottom there. We go 1 for 2 on NIO. We'll see if we can do a little bit better. Getting back in when it rolls over through that 70 level, I think was a nice little entry point. Good look on that one for Sean. TNXP finally starting to work in the money for us. Been hanging on to that one. It's a slow mover, but it's easy to take some of those trades when you're in the money, when you have a good stop level. TNXP, I think we got it right here. I'm short at $1.35.
Yeah, good look on TNXP. Thanks, Brendan, for that small cap recap time as well there. Just helping, if you're not getting enough information from Neil and I, Brendan breaking that down every day at 10:15 or whatever time it was, 10:20 there, for small cap recap. The time just flies when you're having fun. And okay, here we go. AMD, I'm debating again. I mean, this is what I always do, guys. I mean, like I said, I'm a little sad that we didn't hold all of this, but we are up for a 95-cent win there. Let's just get out ahead of 61 and then possibly reload that one through $61. But AMD, the confetti trade of the day there, because we really did love that. Obviously, it's a missed opportunity from down here, but you see some consolidation points here. That breakout is what I'm all about right there. You know, you get a strong move up, we've missed it. Just like here, you know, consolidating, break, and then you get it here, break again. So upside now. Let's dump this if we break back down through 75-ish. You know what? Let's hold this. Let's put an order up here in the 90s, see if we get out of AMD. Otherwise, let's just let this go. We only have 20%. What's up, Beep?
CDE, here we go with the gold miners again, guys. Core mining, as in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, if you're from there. Great place. Shout out to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. CDE here, core mining, 6% to the upside, guys. Another gold, silver miner. So some of the mining stocks still popping up on volume charts, guys.
Yeah, someone just asked a little bit about Pfizer. What I think, I'm going to reiterate, I took some out here. I'm tightening my stop. It's looking a little bit stronger than I was certainly expecting on that rollover, and I'm a little biased on Pfizer myself here to the bull side. I'm going to have a stop at 80. We've already taken 10 cents on some. If I risk about 10 cents on the rest, it's going to be a scalp trade. I don't necessarily like an entry point to the short side here. The more I'm seeing it, I did like it a little bit better, and some FOMO action not catching it on this little pop to 38.50. I will reverse to the long side, probably on a 38 break, but it's going to have to be that price. I am still in that TNXP. Once it breaks $1.30, we'll take some out on the way down to 125. Ultimately, I love it when these stocks retest penny stock status. I'm not saying it gets there now, but TNXP certainly looks like it has in its mind to be testing that level. But as for Pfizer, I'm going to be out of my short at 37.80.
30. Oh, Pfizer, right. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't looked at Pfizer yet today. We were just looking here. Macy's makes that move all the way back up. So we're just going to get out. We literally have, like I said, less than 8%, like 4% actually. As I do the math, about 4% of this trade left. It did exactly what we thought, guys. It breaks through 650 or 640, sorry. I was actually thinking that we could test lower, but when it started bouncing off 30 is our indication to get out, and we do that, and there it is right there, out. And now we're going to see about taking this AMD off somewhere around 85-ish. We aren't going to give you the exact spot, but here it comes straight to the upside. It's in the 80s, and it's before 85, and it's not 83. So we'll wait to see here if you can decipher that code, then that's where I'm going to get out. And then we'll see about it going long through 61 again. But AMD, big time trade here happening. We're actually having consolidation again. So you know what? Actually, screw that. I'm not going to get out of AMD. The price was 60.84 I was looking at just before this break. I think we'll go long again if it can get there one more time and try for 61, guys. So let's go long if we get through 60.87 again, okay?
A bit of a rebound here off of a double bottom in United Airlines. We talked about how ridiculously low the volume was pre-market. Just wasn't a lot to see. It did give a flush into 32.10, now making a low of 32.04. Before making one heck of a pullback. I think I'm probably going to take a shot through this level, 32.90 through 33. Will probably be a shot to roll over for a scalp trade, but all kinds of breakout potential if this wants to go positive on the session. The market's a little sideways for that kind of a move, which is exactly why I'm going to fade it the first time through. So short in front of that 32.90 to 33 area. See if we can't get a retracement, maybe to 50s and 60s. Otherwise, let's see if we can't take a break at 33. It closed at 33.07. Might be trying to get to positive after that double bottom. First look, though, for me is that scalp short.
Yeah, it's funny. AMD is now falling back down there, so we probably should have took those out in the 70s, like we said, instead of canceling that order. But it's coming back downside, so we are going to get a little bit out there if we have to in the 60s or 70s again, if AMD can come back up and then reload the long where we said 87, 88 there, if we can get that long. But right now, that's about all that we're working with, guys, believe it or not. Macy's, that. Let's go over to Microsoft. Check out what Mr. Softy's doing here today. Oh, man, come on, man. I mean, this is not really moving. If you want, guys, show I have different screens set up here, different situations. So there you go, that's a good look. If you ever see me look over on this side, it's because we have different charts, Neil and I, not just using the setup that you see on here. So a lot of us say, well, how did you make those calls based on one chart? That's not the case. Neil and I have quote boards up. We have different charts up, 12 minutes, dailies, 3 minutes. We actually just released a video on our Market Wisdom page about trader setups. So if that's something that you're interested in as well, check that out. Valeria will drop our link to Market Wisdom soon, and you can go over there. I think there's it's up to 60 videos or something, and we're doing 4 more today. So catch us at 1 o'clock today. What's up? I think Brendan.
Yeah, the JMIA, guys, recent big mover back to the upside again today, almost 10% here. Big volume spike just came in as we broke through 950. So 950, a bit of a pivot if you go out to the daily time frame. So JMIA, Jumaya Technologies back to the upside. Also, yeah, I wanted to mention that FE, if anyone's looking at it, First Energy, I think it was, that was that Ohio subpoena. So they received a subpoena for a bribery case about a nuclear deal in Ohio, guys.
Is there any new news on this JMIA here, or is this like a random volume spike on a break? It looks like, I mean, obviously it's an opening range break at 935, but don't want to be trading in this one blind as it approaches 10 even. Just to recap, this one is already through the sort of previous resistance point at 9.9 and 9.15 or so. Nice little breakout, secondary break you're seeing on this name. If it turns around at 10, I'll take a look there. Probably a 10 even break. I prefer to the actual 985 high. Otherwise, let's look to defend that previous top from all the way back in January at 9:15 on a pullback. But I want to make sure we're not missing news on JMIA here.
First Energy FE, that's what we were just talking about there with Brendan on that bribery talk there. We're going to get to that in a second, but right here, I just want to give you guys an update. NEO, again, look at this short, guys, 37, short again here, 24. Right now it's showing our average price is that 24, so now it's a 14-cent win, and we just cash it out ahead of $12. Big time trading happening right now in NEO to the downside. We've hammered it long, and then we hammer it short, and again, guys, this is just what we're all about. I mean, Neil and I not married to any, we're married, not married to any positions, guys. You could change up your game. You just got to use this. Like this breaks VWAP. We talked about going long through 1250. I love the 50s. So when that happens, yeah, sure, we have to hold it against us 8 cents, ho-hum, and then we take it upside there. 25, 30 penny winner to that spot. Then we hold a little bit, get out just before VWAP again, celebrate that victory. Then we go short on a very similar break, breaking this range, short again. Then you break this bottom and we go short again. And now we're, reaping the benefits, to say the least, of this NEO trade. The one trade, I mean, I'm only negative on one stock today, guys. And again, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 stocks, one negative, and that's Snapchat. And honestly, we had a monster win here. We were celebrating this when this was up here because we had a $6 win on Spotify and we didn't take this out on that top. Should have, whatever, that's trading. And then it just falls all the way back down. I don't believe it. And we basically get out right now where it is. So Snapchat hasn't been pretty today. Reminds me sort of Netflix earnings, guys, where it was just bouncing around and not doing too much. Snapchat basically opens the day, let's call it right here, anyways, 23.20 or so, and then now we're at 22.85. So kind of a ho-hum trade here for Netflix, or for Snapchat.
We actually just got a good question that Valeria just brought to my attention here. And TNXP, I'm going to show you here just because I happen to have it up. When you see those positions at the bottom, that's our average price in that position. So you see TNXP got 135. That doesn't mean that was necessarily my entry point. I took some at 34. I took some at 36. Much to my chagrin, I did miss out at these 140s. I was sort of waiting up here at 144, 145 to get what was going to be my target price of 140. I need to average in at 44, 45. I sucked my plan there. And I'm gonna let you guys know I did get out of this at some at 28 and some at 29. There was a 150,000 share buyer that caused me to take some more shares out in front. I'm still holding just over half the position to see if it can't take out a $1.25 and then hopefully go a little bit lower than that on TNXP. It's short sell restricted, so watch out. You can't hit that bid without an uptick. Brendan, what do you got?
Big build on crude oil, guys. Crude oil inventory number just out there, 4.8 million barrel build versus a 2 million barrel drawdown expected on crude for this week. Again, 4.8 million barrel build versus a 2 million drawdown. So if you go to the crude oil chart here, we are seeing a little bit of a pullback, guys. Back to you.
Crude oil, you say?
It actually looks like for me that Pfizer is going to roll over finally outside of this range. And look, sometimes it's going to happen to you. I'm not going to pretend that I didn't lose a little bit of confidence in this trade and wanted to turn bullish at 38. But we had a stop. You put the stop in. You put your hands away from the keyboard, at least for this position anyways, and then sort of let things roll over. If it gets to that 50 and bounces off it, maybe I'll take some off for like a 15, 20 cent scalp and hang on to the second half for a bigger move. Otherwise, I am looking for it to break 37.50. 37.25 would be the ultimate target. If this one bases out at that price in and around 11 o'clock, I'm going to go down with that ship. Probably I've done that before on Pfizer, and I might try again. Or just sort of any kind of consolidation there around lunchtime. I kind of like it to that long side trade. For the time being, it's short. Nice little win. We're going to hold on to half to see if we can get this 37.50 break on Pfizer. I'm short here at 37.71.
Yeah, and again, I think it's like sell the news again on the Pfizer trade there. So good luck there.
Always seems to happen, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's been bumped up so high, and you just did the daily chart there. It's a nice little move for sure. Okay, what I tweeted out earlier was this work news, and they're down a little bit. They're looking at Microsoft for some anti-competition stuff in the EU here, and we're down 2%, so more than the market. The market's hovering right now, not doing much, but work, that's slack to the downside there on some Microsoft concerns. So we'll see if that one can get going even lower right now. If I can break this down a little bit, let's call up a 10-minute chart here just to see where we were yesterday on this name. Okay, really high. We're coming fade back down. Is there any areas here? It's just very choppy. Wow, this stock is pretty choppy. 31.76. I don't mind if we can break through this level, get through a lot of this chop here. This is a 10-minute chart, remember, so up and down about 40 cents here. Slack here, 31.75 on some negative news. I like it.
Yeah, so gonna flush down the toilet on the short of UAL. We did a reverse to the long and sort of scalp it off. And one of these things you do when you have a scalp short in front of a key level, you're standing in front of a train, is take that little out for a 10-15 cent win, which pays for the short that you had. Now you're looking for a clean break. It's now positive on the day. That was sort of that rollover we're talking about, going from negative to positive, double bottom at 32. If it can make a run at 33.50, fair enough. If you're looking for a pullback, maybe give it to about 32.80 or so before you want to reload. I'll call it 85 with a stop down around 70. But hanging on to long on UAL, short Pfizer, short TNXP. Look, Pfizer is one of those ones that's been a frustrating trade for me, but now it's working in the money. I still have my stop at 80. Let's add to this board with UAL here, United. I want it if it can get down to that 85 range. We're going to hang on to the long. I'm not going to add at any prices higher, just lower.
Okay, AMD is coming back, guys. We should be able to get out right now. Where's my order? Right there. There it is. Nice little 69-cent win. Catapult ourselves out there. 60.79 there on AMD. Should have, let's go back to a 1-minute chart. What am I doing here? Not 3, let's go 1. Should have probably reloaded down here, but you see this was just cascading down, and even though it's a 1-minute chart, it still was making lower highs up here. That was the high, then that was the high, then down here, and then we sort of bunched up, which should have been noticed down here in the 20s. Not even sure, I didn't even notice it going down that far, to be honest with you. But now AMD all the way back up, and we're still gonna look at the 60.85 for a break, but definitely a missed opportunity there on AMD. We should have reloaded down here at 60.20. Next time, guys, put it in the chat when something like this goes, and if you did, I apologize, I did not see it, but thank God it did come back up, so a nice little 69-cent win there on AMD. Let's check back in on Spotify quickly. You see at the bottom, we've taken over $8 out of this name today. All of our wins were early, and then the last 5 or 10% that we held wound up getting us out for flat on both times there. This one a little less than flat, 291.35 off of a 292 break.
I'm going to look back to Blink, the breakup that you had there at 750. It's now putting a double top at 8 even. So I'm still going to have a breakout at that 8 price. Obviously, if it's going to go through at some point, we'll take that little long. I was looking for a dip buy in front of 7 even. I think that is going to be the next level of support. But that 730 level where it turned around off of when we got that question is rapidly approaching. I honestly do think if you take a quick little short breakthrough there, you're only looking at about 20, 30 cents before you run into resistance. Well, I call it support level. I'm going to be short if it gets in front of 8 only. Otherwise, it's breaking 7 even, and it's going to be a reversal long at 8. I'm not going to play the middle of the range on Blink. You do see my order. It's been waiting around for, I call it like 30 minutes now, trying to catch that in front of 7. If it gets there, fair enough. But I'm going to reverse to the short side at 7 even, and I'm reversing any position if it breaks 8. That looks like a fantastic breakout, especially if you catch it a little bit later on in the session, holding in this range. Bren, what do you got?
Another one to look at here, guys, little one, CTSO, Cytosa Brents, moving back higher after a big offering in the pre-market at $10 there. So it's been a bit of a trend lately, big offering in the pre-market. Some stocks tend to move higher off of that news of late. Also, I noticed some people still looking at that JMIA. Yeah, no new headlines on that, but big time volume spike and move through day highs, right at daily highs as well for JMIA, guys.
Yeah,
it's holding up, but the volume's actually really dying down on that JMI. Just worth noting, it's this volume spike was there since it pulled back. It's really reducing in volume. I don't know that it's going to be an active trade for me unless it's a breakout through that high.
Okay, here goes AMD. We took the long that we said we would. So right now we're long 86s again, 92s. I'm sitting at 94. See if we can't get a little bit out there on a break would be really nice. Then we can see 61s. But right now it's refusing a little bit. We are long again here, 60, 86. It stopped. I literally had 94s. The high was 95 there. So we did not get out. Don't know why. Hopefully it comes back up and it'll take us out. Probably on a wrong gateway. That could be a dark print. Fill there. So we'll wait to see. But we are long AMD again, guys. We said we would be. Here we go. Let's go 94s. You owe that to me right now. Stops at 93 again. So that would be a 7-cent win. We could alter our spot and take that. But here it comes. Give it to us one more time. Let's see 60, 94. Come on. 94. Did we get it? Yes, we get it. And there it is. Nice little win there once again. And I love it when things go according to plan. Here we go. 61s coming now on AMD. So we take the long 60s. Then we reloaded and got long at 60, 85 there. Sorry, 86. And it goes right to 61. Good little spot there. Let's see if it breaks that. And the celebration continues, guys. What a monster day here. You see the results at the bottom. Numbers don't lie. Let's just keep this party going.
And here comes UAL. I did talk about 85 as a bit of a dip by opportunity on that break. It did get to about 93, so I missed it by a few pennies. It just broke to a fresh high, at least in the opening session. It's worth noting on very, very low volume. It was at 33.45 here. I don't pay much credence to those levels. I'm going to be getting out because of 33.50 if it goes another leg to the upside, and we'll continue to play that pullback if we can get it. But UAL, I'm not going to care too much about those pre-market levels other than the 33 where we caught the break. Brennan, what do you got?
One we don't really trade a lot, guys. Western Union just popping up on a volume scanner and day highs here. Just took out 22.50 for WU, up 3.5%. They are expanding their business into the Philippines, apparently, and that is good news, guys.
All right, I'm just canceling my orders. We have to look at DraftKings. I noticed I never got filled on that one today. So DraftKings and Space, the final frontier. Virgin Galactic, no fills for me on that one today. And look what happens to AMD, guys. Again, I'll keep talking about the same symbols because we're long again on AMD. So a nice little, bang, there it is again. You guys know we're getting that reloaded. We rain down the money. Hells to the AMD all the way up, guys. 61.16 there. Just another killer for me today. Big time trading happening here. AMD to the north side. Needless to say, breaking through 60 today, breaking through 61 today. I'm long at 50 in my own account, and I'm going to show you where we put it on. Look at this. This is the kind of trading that I'm talking about. This is why I got the option on Virgin Galactic. This is why we go long on AMD. Comes right down to this level. Bounce off 50, bounce off 50, bounce off 50. I get long at 50 right away. That was only June 26th. So a month later, we're up to 61, 62. Nice little 20% move there in 1 month for AMD. Oh, I guess their earnings are going to be okay.
Yeah, best stock for me today is going to be Snapchat. I actually just dipped into another short reload there. It just broke through 23. I was taking it in front of VWAP, but realistically, I think that's too tight of a stop. We'll let it maybe matriculate itself, use a little big word there, in front of this 23.10 area. I think a better entry point would be to see it test 10s, then maybe roll back over into a better short opportunity, which might be breaking 22.90 as opposed to just jumping in front of the sword. UAL continues to try to test higher. We are in the money on the 33 break. It's got up like 20, 30 cents in the money. We already took the scalp portion of that trade for that type of win. The next leg up would be looking for about double that. So I am going to hang on to the rest of these shares. Yes, we're in the money on it, but we're looking for a little bit more on that nice little double bottom. Sort of file that away as well at 32 if it ever gets back down there. Pfizer holding in the money at least for the time being, but it's also 1040, guys, and that means we need to get to that big board. I see a lot of blue. That means upside action. Let's go to Brennan for Sector Watch.
Hey guys, yeah, a little bit of a deceiving board today. We'll check out what is happening with the overall S&P 500. You can see back to just 0.23% to the upside. Let's figure out why. Front and center here, you can see there's that First Energy, FE, the big one, to the downside, 26% to the downside. Again, involved in a court case, or they got a subpoena in relation to a bribery charge in the state of Ohio. So 26% to the downside. Otherwise, yeah, energy stocks down here all all in negative territory along with crude oil. So Apache, FANG, CXO, WMB, there's Noble, SLB as well, all 2.5+% to the downside. So those are leading to the downside. NTRS, an earnings name, 7.5%, offsetting some of the gainers in the financial group. That's basically break even. On this side, all the positive names here, you can see consumer discretionary names to the upside. There's Best Buy, 9% move on Best Buy today, all-time highs. That was on sales since reopening. So back to the beginning of June to now, 15% bump in sales for Best Buy. So nice look there. Kohl's, UBS downgrading, Macy's as well, the other one there. L Brands, KMX, and LKQ also in positive territory. Tech stocks, the big ones here. There's AMD, 6%, all-time highs for AMD. NVIDIA begrudgingly following it along, 2.3% only for NVIDIA there. Intel as well, 1.4%. So chip makers are strong. WU, CTXS also both in positive territory. I want to talk about these ones. UHS and HCA, these two lifting this entire group back into positive territory. There are a few here that are negative, but overall healthcare stocks also positive, thanks in large part to these two alone today, offsetting the decliners. 0.17% for the overall S&P. Let's go back to Sean.
Yeah, let's come back over here and see what's popping off. Yeah, we're going to go here. AMD out there. Big win. I mean, one of my top stocks today. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. It's been so good. I just really upset that we missed that reload, but whatever. We always talk about not being able to cry over spilled milk, so let's not do that today. Yeah, Hydration Nation, guys. Been a little bit struggling today. Just been so busy, so we're like at like the 8 o'clock mark. So there it is. Not good here for Hydration Nation. We got to keep that going up. Upside here, but Microsoft pulling back down. This is a 1-minute chart. It's bounced around VWAP a little bit, so if it gets back up there, guys, that might be something that we're looking to trade through. But for right now, it's pretty choppy. It did have a run. I don't know what that was about, up to 211 here. Futures not doing anything again. Very tough to trade these names on earnings days. We keep talking about that. And Netflix hasn't been great off of earnings. Neither was Snapchat today, and Microsoft tomorrow. So maybe there'll be some action tomorrow morning, but right now not doing anything. And man, frog in my throat. Oh, frog in my throat. Let's look at this. More today. The art gallery is growing. So if you did want Freddy the Frog there, sunflower, flamingo. So a pretty, pretty festive, looking to get some warm weather there, especially with the flamingo. I've actually been to Flamingo there in Las Vegas, and they have the flamingos in the actual pool, so that's pretty cool. But Tesla right here, guys, I just want to talk about that. It's not really doing anything. We do have Daniel Shea coming on in about an hour. She'll talk options with Tesla and see where we should put our money in this name, guys.
Yeah, quick little reload, guys, just to update you on UAL. It just holds higher than this recent little dip down to 32.90, so we missed it when we had it below that 93. This time we pick it up when it bounces in front of it. So I'll add some more shares here at 33 and then do the same scalp we had before. Just take that little teens winner and then see if we can't get a run higher. I'm going to tighten up my stop as it holds this 90 area. That'll be the new stop. We're going to give it a little bit lower, but playing pullback trends here. I am seeing the futures try to roll back to the downside, so we're going to tighten it up a little bit. We're already sort of one leg out on this trade. See if we can't get some more scalps before a potential breakout. Brennan, what do you got?
Another one just moving through day highs here, guys. Tapestry, TPR now positive, up almost 1% already, but watch out for some significant levels above this. You can go out to the daily chart, but they swapped CEOs earnings earlier in the week as well, but TPR moving higher at this point, guys.
Just going to let you guys know, we're going to catapult this one. It's been a slower moving trade in TNXP, but it's one of those where you just sort of take some shares on the way to the downside. I'm not going to be covering any more. If we can get a pop back into the 30s where I have my position, $1.35 short or maybe closer to the 40s, we'll add. Otherwise, we're looking to see if we can take out this opening range bottom at $1.23. We've already got everything. We'll get out in front of the quarter. Next step will be breaking this low of day, and then we'll just sort of hang on to that position. Again, with this style of trade, you do expect it's going to be slower. You're going to be holding it potentially. You could hold it all day long to get your gain. It's penny stock type of name, only $1.25, and it's down 25%. I can't keep saying it enough. Difficult to take breakdown trades because the short sell restricted. That's why I'm basically shorting on pops to be able to get in position.
Yeah, you have to understand that short sell restricted, guys. 10% down. There's a few different situations that can restrict a short sale. And if it was down 10% yesterday as well, guys. So you do have to watch out for that. The only trade that we have on right now, I wish I had a little bit more to talk about. I'm searching for you guys, is this 25-cent win right now on NIO. I think that's what the board probably shows. But there we go, guys. You can see the per share P&L coming across the bottom. It's been a destruction kind of day. We have 0 LFT, so that means we're at our highest spot today than we've ever been at on the day. So that's what LFT means. If you ever hear us do that, that's what it is. So right now we are getting closer and closer, guys. We only need 22 more followers until 5,000. We're chanting AMD. We got some NIO. And again, if you're just looking here to review some of the trades and you want to see what you've missed, this is a good spot. Follow us all. We can drop the Twitter things there at any time, and all of our handles are the same. Trader TV, Sean, Neil, and Brendan, and at Trader TV Live. If you did want to follow us all, we're all there, and you can answer. Hopefully, we'll be able to get to your questions. We're quite busy after the show, including today, where we do have coming up. I'll just throw this on the board here quickly, guys. Coming up after the show, how to trade IPOs. Oh, that's the first one. We're going to be dropping that video. Hopefully, coming up too is locked and loaded. No, it is not, but I don't have it on my board, but we do go live at 1 o'clock today. We're going to be talking all about earnings. We're in earnings season. No better time to discuss earnings.
Sean, let me drop it for you there. We'll get that button fixed if we can, but we're talking earnings, trading earnings season, some trading ideas surrounding there, breaking down earnings reports, also pre versus post-market trading. Look, some people will do it. Obviously, there's some risk trading pre and post-market. We'll get into all of that. And then some sympathy plays, which yesterday, when we were looking at Snapchat, man, you're a little bit late to the party when the algos hit that to the short side.
Oh, yes.
But the Twitter short was kind of there for you in the aftermarket, so we'll talk a little bit about that as well. I want to update you guys in that UAL. Yeah, we take that reload, same price. Then we take the same scalp out at, in at 33, out at 33.15, holding the rest for a push up to 33.40 in front of that 50 level. If we can get it, we've tightened up our stop here to 32.90. So after taking that short in front of the top, you stand in front of the train. It's a bit of a car crash, and I say a bit of a car crash when you lose 10, 15 cents, but you make that back by scalping some of this long. If it makes new fresh highs, fair enough. We'll have a bit of a home run on the board here. My shorts are in the money on Pfizer and TNXP, but I'm going to keep saying this over and over again. As long as the futures hold this little tight consolidation, and Pfizer does it as well, if we bounce to the upside, I'm going to be out at 37.80. I'm going to be looking for longs at 38 even on Pfizer on a breakout. But for now, the short's working. We've taken half of it out already for profit. If it breaks and holds below 50, the next legs down will be in 41, and then 37.25 was sort of that support level I was looking for. So I'll be all out in front of that price, and then probably hunting for a bit of a long on Pfizer. Not just the bias, but I like that little pullback trade. It's already given you a $1.50 retracement from the high, so that's a lot for Pfizer.
Neo washing out. Yeah, I'd say so. We have a nice 35-cent win right now to the bottom. And I don't know. I mean, I don't even have a target for this thing. I think this thing just goes lower. So I don't know, Joseph. I don't know if this is the right spot to go long or not. I'm going to say no on that one. Down 8% and coming down more. It's not just because I'm short. I'm not that heavy right now. I'm short 27s. And wow, 40 cents down the money. I do not advise a reload at all here in NEO, NIO. If you are short, I would maybe hold it, but who knows, guys? We don't have that crystal ball, but the momentum definitely is to the downside. I'm going to get out, guys, if it comes right to this spot, 11.92. So we'll give up about 10 cents of profit, but we are going to hold this all the way. 11.92 maybe are out here, guys. Brendan, what's up?
Rewalk Robotics, guys. We've traded this one a couple of times on the show, popping up here. Just 3-day highs, big volume spike, 3-day highs here. Not seeing anything in the way of big-time headlines, but just be careful. 150 on the daily chart, just ahead of us here. But Rewalk RWLK, guys.
I just want to jump back to one stock from yesterday, that MTP. Certainly, we've been talking about the inability to short it. We have like some of these short prices all the way down. So, get away from that. It is making a bit of a consolidation at the bottom here at 3 even and trying to break back above this 3/4. It's a little bit sleepy at this time of day. If it can hold this bottom, just sort of look at these levels down here. Back when it made its first run, it then rounded into some support at about 260 or so before making another push to the upside. This is all on the way down. So I'd like to see if it does the same thing today, maybe the next couple of days, in between this 3 and this 325. Might give you a bit of a breakout trade through that price if you like it. I can't go short in a 3 even break. I would if I could, and we'll look for some locates there, but otherwise we can only look, see if it holds this consolidation at the bottom and they can break back up. So MTP down 25%. Might be trying to make a bit of a low here that we can take advantage of.
You might have heard some derogatory comments here because Snapchat right now, we get back in it where I think it was a good price, breaking the day's low, and then it just like rejects that low and then goes back to the upside here. So we're not heavy on it. Like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stocks today. The only negative one is Snapchat. So that's a pretty perfect day for me. But we're going to wait to see. We are short 64 there on this name. We just took some out for flat because we thought maybe we were wrong. Now we'll wait to see if there is going to be a downside here in Snap. My out is just going to be 22.75. I'm not going to hold this one like we did right here. Snapchat right now in and out for flat. Now we'll hold for the lower move. I don't know if it's going to be there, but we talk about it all the time. And even on Instagram here, one of my favorite, and this is what we're using Instagram for, guys. Where is it? I have a nice quote up here that talks all about it. I don't know where it is. I can't find it here. Oh, yeah, right here. Here it is. What am I doing? Do more of what works and less of what doesn't. So right now, Snapchat not really working. Thanks for all the love on this post as well. But yeah, right now, Snapchat, we're going to wait to see how low this one wants to go. But do more of what you do winning, less of what you do losing. Let's go, Brendan. He's always winning.
Hey guys, yeah, currency time. Let's have a look at foreign exchange land, see how things are moving around again today. 2 days in a row, we're seeing US dollar weakness kind of creep back into play. So a lot of these back to the upside. If you go over to the chart over here, we mentioned the euro yesterday above that 114.5. Nice technical breakout, nice move, almost 1% to the upside yesterday. We're extending that again today. 116 now, almost 116. Yeah, 115.7 for the euro. We're up about 0.5% today. So US dollar weakness means also our Canadian dollar to the upside again, Sean, down, up 0.15% for the CAD, 74.4 for the Canadian dollar, British pound to the downside. This one was positive earlier on, back down slightly, 127, Australia, New Zealand, kind of trade one and the same, but both in positive territory. Crypto's at the bottom here, not doing a heck of a lot again today. Bitcoin held 9,200 yesterday. We're back above 9,300, but negative on the day, down about 0.5%. Same story, guys, for Ethereum. Back over to you.
So I can probably throw out the potential breakout going into earnings on Tesla through that 1610, headed towards the bottom. I just checked Nikola bouncing off 37 even, but Tesla about to test that 1560 area to the downside. Let's watch out. The market is also, when I talk the market, I'm talking about the NASDAQ here, approaching its session low here at 10,780. Watch for a quick little break on Tesla. 1560 was definitely going to be a price that we're watching. If it pulls back into the 80s, I'll make short that. But right now we're looking at that 1560 bottom, guys.
Yeah, okay, just messaging the boss to see what's going on there. Okay, Snapchat right now, look at this. Hallelujah. So finally, Snapchat making a little bit of money there. We just get out, nice out. 57s off a 64 short. Now we hold the rest, man. Now we're going to hold the rest of the downside here. 2257, 2256. Okay, we have 64s on board right now. So Snapchat, the only negative stock, I do not have enough shares to turn this one positive, but we'll put any money we can in our pocket right now as Snapchat breaks that bottom here. And like I said, man, earnings plays lately for me, I have too high expectations for some of these plays, and I'm always thinking, wow, this is going to crash, but never really does. So let's wait to see or rip. But right now, Snapchat is making that move back to the downside, and we are once again short. Anytime you guys see purple, that's going to mean a short, and here we go. We'll find something that maybe we haven't hit yet. I don't know. Let's just rain down the money as Snapchat finally, let's see if it breaks 50. Right now, a nice little 11-cent win on this. Bang! There it is. Explode the money. Ring the cash register. Here we go. Snapchat seeking a little revenge on you, buddy.
Yeah, it looks like all the shorts are going to be good. UAL somehow was holding in the money slightly for me. My only long Pfizer working back to the downside. Just noting Peloton here. Somebody mentioning they're flushing. Yeah, you're right. Into that 63, but still holding the low. We have actually shorts on this. I'm going to play a pullback at 63.50. My eyes on Tesla pulling off of the level we gave this morning. 1560 was going to be the one that we watched. If it breaks, yeah, I'm going to take a shot short in this one, just a little momentum play. But if it does come back up, we're going to see if we can't roll over at 1575, 1580 and catch a short that way into the low of the day. The futures held their bottom. right now, at least for the time being, Tesla also holding its bottom. I'm going to see if we can't roll into a short on a bit of a pullback in Tesla, guys.
Oh, okay, Tesla. Oh, you're in Tesla right now?
Not yet. It didn't break. It didn't give a break at 60, so we didn't actually get the breakdown trade. It held at 61.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Nice little move down there on Tesla. From a high 16.25, almost down that $70. Give it to us, Brendan.
Another one, guys. We were mentioning this one a little bit earlier. SNDE, still higher on the day, but coming into a pretty significant level here. This was kind of the area it held the last pullback. Made a lower high here now. We're back below 4, so let's see if we can get through 375. Long way to go back to where we were yesterday at 240 for SNDE, guys.
All right.
What market was that one on? Sorry, Brendan. Just
NASDAQ.
Okay, yeah, just gotta add that to the board though. Of course, in our system, it's like NQ, NASDAQ, and then in New York, NY, so we gotta make sure we can call it up. Just got into some Tesla on this little pullback trade. I talked about this range up to about 80s or so. So you wanna see, for me, if I can get another entry point around 75 to get a good average price, that would be what I'm working for. I would take this scalp trade off in front of the low. I'm gonna be breaking short at 1560 anyways, but if I can catch a quick 8 to 10 before that happens, I got no problems with that whatsoever. So we're gonna put this one on in Tesla. Pfizer is bouncing back towards the upside. I'm not changing my stop on Pfizer. I'm going to leave it at 80, even though I think it feels like it's making a bit of a bottom at 37.50.
Here we go, guys. And in case you missed it earlier, okay, Snapchat, all right. We got a decent spot there. Still watching Tesla. I know Niels has his eye on that, so good little look there. Snapchat, our best out there, 52s. It does go to 46, so we'll still wait. We'll still hold this, see if there's more damage to be done on this name. Still short 64, but literally have 35% or so left on that one. We just tweeted out, in case you missed it, guys, a little bit of a clip here brought to you by, there's the bang there. So if you want to see that again, follow me on Twitter and you'll be able to see some highlights. And again, I said if you're not watching Trader TV Live, maybe you will very soon, but I can't say that here because everybody's watching it. I wanted to thank everybody right now. We have over 3,700 people watching, and we just broke through 60,000 subscribers the other day. So that's fantastic. And if you guys can, I don't have that join button, but yes, I do. There it is. Hit the join button. What we're looking for, guys, is join us up here for $5 a month. I mean, we've had numerous guest traders. We'll talk to our one today, Daryl, Callaway. I think Elizabeth hopefully can come on. Joseph, all of you guys telling us how great the show's been from an educational standpoint. That's what's important to us. I don't know of any other shows, guys, that will show you live trades. These are real money trades put it on board right now. Neil and I, lots of experience. Brendan dropping the news. Find another source that's going to give you these names as we speak. So that's worth the $5 right there. Become a member, guys. Support the show. That'll be absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for all your love anyways. If you can, great. If you can't, that's fine as well. The show is going on regardless. But here we go. Snapchat down another 11 pennies.
Yeah, we've been talking about a lot of these electric names or the entire space selling off. Neglected to mention a big volume spike to the downside on SPAC as well. Of course, that's the Fisker deal. They just had a big spike here. I don't know. Look, obviously a lot of names are rolling over. We talked about Nikola. Tesla just made a move to the downside. Add SPAC to that list. I like this 14.25 on a retrace. If there's any kind of a bottom that gets put in, I'm probably not going to pick this one for the long. It would probably be looking at short opportunities if we can roll over one more time in SPAC. But a big time volume spike. It wasn't doing enough volume to be on the radar. But now it has, as of about 15 minutes or so ago. We are rounding into that time of day, 11 o'clock, and we always talk about this. You want to have your better positions on. You want to maybe hang on tighter stops in certain situations if it's not a good position, but open things up, knowing that you might be holding a little bit longer because, as we always say, it's like the HFT hour, which can last for 3 hours, as we always try to talk about here. I'm giving Tesla to about that 75 range before we look to see if we can't get a second entry point. Got to give it to 80 to know you're wrong on Tesla, but also watching these futures trying to bounce back to the upside from 1080 on the NASDAQ. Brennan, what do you got?
Speaking of Tesla, guys, cool little picture here. Elon Musk tweeting this out. Rendering, this is a rendering, although it's very, very clear, of a bunch of Model 3 Teslas in what is the Boring Company, calls it the Boring Company. They're working on a tunnel system underneath Las Vegas. So sharing a little rendering of what they're hoping it will look like. This mass individual transit system is what he's referring to this project as. But this is in Las Vegas. Looks really, really cool here, guys. A lot of Teslas parked underground, waiting to be whisked through tunnels. Back to you.
I mean,
There's a movie that comes to mind. If someone wants to drop it, if you can think about what movie popped into my head when I just saw that picture, drop it in the chat. I'll give you one hint, and it should be an easy one. I'm a science fiction nerd. That's a gigantic hint. If you can't figure it out, it's an adaptation of my favorite author as well.
Okay, hopefully people can figure that out. I'm going to guess Toy Story. Okay, Snapchat here, guys. Brendan right now will reel it in there. See if I can catch him there and slay the stock finally. We are almost out of it. That's why we post that. Snapchat, a great little out there, 47 and 51. Bounces too many times there. So we just say adios, amigos, and we get out of that name. Snapchat now moving to the upside. So let's watch out here. Futures getting excited as well. But yeah, that was pretty cool on Tesla. I honestly have no idea that movie. I hope you guys do. But there it is, Blade Runner, iRobot.
iRobot is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Good look, guys. And speaking of iRobot, we should probably get to that. I know OVO, is that our favorite?
OJ Ovio.
OJ Ovio was talking about iRobot today, which had literally done no volume. And I think that was the only reason I wasn't terribly interested in it. And it still hasn't done a million. Look at this. I mean, I don't know, it's a bit of a sleepy trade for me, so it's still kind of the same thing. Maybe if it's going to hold this 79 bottom, 79.30 bottom, a double bottom right now, if it can hold it, maybe there's some move in it, but not with this kind of volume. It just feels like there's not much of a day trade. I'm going to assume here there's a bit of a swing trade that you're putting on there, so you're watching a higher time frame and sort of looking at this support here at 79 for a bounce-off trade. That looks like a floodgates could open up if it breaks below. But it's 11 o'clock, guys. Got to get to that European update.
Hey guys, welcome to the European update. Europe mostly in a negative territory today. Russia is leading up 0.50%. Stockholm is up 0.11%. Britain is down 0.84%. Germany is down 0.27%. France is down 0.19%. And Spain is down 1.25%. Industrial group Melrose slid 13.2% today after a report that it might lay off a specific number of employees after its losses in the second quarter. That's all with Europe, and I'll keep you updated. Back to traders.
That is all. And just sort of going back to that, because it's very interesting to me, that iRobot. Look out for this bottom. I actually was going to say I'm not that interested in it, but the second I did take a quick look at the daily chart, I got to be honest with you, look at this 79 level. If it takes out this 79, this seems like it's going to be a solid day trade for me in terms of a breakdown. The volume's not fantastic, so I would anticipate I'm likely going to get slipped a little bit on that trade just because the spread, while it's only about 10 cents right now, the volume is so low. On a break of a level like that, it might have to cross down rather aggressively and be slipped 50 to 60 cents on that trade there. We did actually just reverse into the short side of UAL, so we're going to be overall flat. We've had some scalp wins and some scalp losses on United, but it just rolled over and back down to the short side trade. So you lose on the short, you make on the long, you make on the long, you lose on the long. Now back to the short side, and we're going to give it back to that 33. Market looks like it's going to roll over. I actually find myself heavily short. It's basically Pfizer. We've had TNXP this entire time, Tesla, and now United Airlines. Let's add that one to the list. We are a couple of minutes away, actually maybe even just 1 minute away from having our guest trader segment. You guys know it. You guys love it. Thank you, Joseph Mendoza, for the super chat there. Look, I mean, I'm glad to hear that you're profitable since you watched the show. Hopefully, we hope that people get a lot of value out of it. We love the community that we're bringing here, and we'd like to see you guys shout everyone else out. I've seen you many times on that chat, Joseph. Just want to thank you for that super chat. But here comes Tesla through 1580. Had to give it to that price. Could have taken $5. Could have taken some smaller wins on Tesla, but we're definitely giving it some room. Going to lose about $7 or $8 on the trade to try and make from here about 10 to 15 is the worth of the range. So if Tesla breaks 1580, I'm going to be out of it, but probably not done. It does have earnings after market, and of course, everyone interested to see if they get added to that S&P 500. First, they got to show profitability today. But it is that time. Let's go to Brennan. No? Brennan, yes.
Yeah, guys, just wanted to bring Digital Ally to your attention here. Big volume spike on DGLY, now up 5.25%. Just went 340 to 375. Going to check on this one, but DGLY running, guys.
Yeah, we know that name, so Digital Ally there. Good look. Snapchat does not break that 81 level that we were talking about. It did break 75, and we did have to get out of some of our shares, so we still are short. Again, that 10% now. We are short Snapchat, still 10% of what we have. bang, and it goes downside. I can't get too excited because, Snapchat's really not doing a whole hell of a lot there, but we will go into DGLY and just see what's happening there. Digital Alley. This is one that we've traded often on the show, so very, very comfortable with it. 4%. Yeah, look at that volume picking up there. I don't know, 375, 376. What is that high? 382. Let's watch it through the high because right in these levels, nothing much. There has been some protection down here in the 50s, so if you do want to go long, you do have an out. So I don't mind this trade, but until we get a little bit more, I'm not going to put any hard-earned capital to work in digital right now, guys.
Yeah, just about to get that 1580. So apologies there. Around this time, we do have the guest trader today. They are just sort of logging on. We are now actually ready for the guest trader of the day. So let's throw it to Brendan to make the introduction.
Hey guys, yeah, it's that time, 11:05, Guest Trader of the Day segment brought to you by, Lewis Daniels Watches. Thank you so much to Lewis Daniels Watches sponsoring Guest Trader of the Day for the entire month of July and August. Everyone coming on gets a Lewis Daniels watch, just like this one. Beautiful watch for, July and August. If you sign up in July, you're going to get one as well. Chris Bondikas joining us today for Guest Trader of the Day. Chris is going to get a Lewis Daniels watch. I'm sure he's very excited about that. It's been a pretty good morning so far, Chris. Lots of opportunities. What have you been looking at?
Yeah, well, we've got a small prop firm here in Anguilla. We're in the middle of the Caribbean. I'm actually from London, Ontario. I moved down here 3 years ago, but we've been looking at Piton, AMD, Donkey Kong. Silver was pretty active pre-market. I actually wore my Disney shirt today for you. But
there you go.
We haven't traded that at all. I thought Mickey would come, but it's doing nothing. So
yeah, not a lot of action so far in Disney. But you mentioned Solo there. Some of the electric vehicle names moving around once again, obviously ahead of Tesla earnings. Let's get back to it. Here is Neil and Sean.
Yeah, we're here. Great to have you on. Angola, maybe Neil can take this one.
I'm just excited. Look, first of all, gotta have some questions here. You're from London, working in Canada as well. But how did you make it down to the West Indies? Out of curiosity, how did that happen for you?
Yeah, I had a buddy, a business acquaintance, and he's been here for years. He's actually from Montreal, and we always vacationed in Aruba. And he constantly said, why don't you come down to Anguilla, come down. And then we finally came down. And that was before a really big hurricane. And we just sold everything. We were sick of the snow, sick of the taxes. And, brought the wife and kids down. Haven't looked back since. 3 years going strong now. And we love it.
Amazing.
Awesome. My family's from Antigua, so I have a little bit of a bias when I say that's the island you should have picked. I'm sort of kidding. You almost can't go wrong. I want to sort of go through a bit of your background. You mentioned you have a floor, some of the names that you've been playing there. When it comes to sort of an activity standpoint, the style of trader that you would sort of put yourself into, are you making maybe as many trades as we do in a day? I have over 100 executions. Or are you sort of doing some swing trading? How active would you say you are on a daily basis, just so our viewers can get a feel?
Active. I mean, as a direct access market prop trader, I mean, we could make 1,000 trades a day. We can make one trade a day. It all depends on the market. All depends on what the spies are doing, and what's active. Sometimes you walk in on a Friday and it's dead. Sometimes you walk in on a Friday and you make 1,000 trades. So. So yeah, we trade everything: Momo stocks, EV, the weed stocks. There's nothing that we don't trade.
I mean, interestingly enough, I don't think I've taken a trade in the weed names in quite some time now that you mentioned. I sort of always think about that. Just going to update you guys. I did get that average price in Tesla at about 1573. It is heading back to the southbound, but we're making a bit of another bottom here in the future. So I'm going to lighten up the load. If we bounce again, I don't want to have as much risk on if the NQ makes a bounce off this level. But I want to throw it to Brendan quickly. He's got some news for us.
Speaking of active, Chris, here's one. I saw this one actually in the pre-market, but didn't think much of it. Waiter Holdings here. A couple of upgrades on this name today. 17% to the upside. Just broke day highs there. Volume coming in as well above $5 for WTRH. Guys.
Good look there. And there you see the sponsor. Obviously, Chris, because you're on this month, you're going to get one of these bad boys. The short to this camera. There you go. Lewis Daniels watch. I got mine on. Sean, Valeria, and Brennan all enjoying ours. We hope you do enjoy that, and it gets to you in good health. Of course, we hope there's some value just coming on the show and being part of the community. Just a little quick question: How did you find out about us at first? And so, what's your experience of the community here?
Somebody just sent me a link and said, take a look at these two crazy guys on this trader show. And we took a look, and the show is absolutely amazing. I've been at this for 15 years. I actually started my trading career in London at Title Trading, kind of same thing as Swift Trade back in the day. And I haven't seen anything like this. So hats off to you guys. Executing trades is difficult enough. Doing it while live on TV and the entertainment with it is absolutely amazing, and that's why we even watch it every day, and it's great.
We appreciate that. I just want to quickly update. I mean, the market isn't actually stopping for us. When you talk about executing trades, I did mention this blink. I like it through 7 on a breakdown, but I said all morning long if it retested this bottom, I would give it a shot in front. So I did take this at 7.11. It's going to be a really tight stop. I'm reversing short in a 7 even break here, but if I can catch any kind of a scalp trade into that 750, why not take advantage of it here? BLNK, new entry point for me. Still have that Tesla short as we are still trying to break the bottom. So if we do get that, that'll be a nice win for us on Tesla. I've lightened the load by 1/3, however, on the off chance. Well, it's not an off chance. It's lunchtime, and we're at that low. If it bounces, I don't want to have the full position on if we don't have to. So I've lightened the load a little bit there. But blink, new position alert at 7:11 there. A quick question for you when it comes to, you said very active trading. That means you must do some small caps. What's your approach when it comes to, we don't get much of a chance to ask this, what's your approach when it comes to possibly paying for shorts if you have to do that, or when you don't get locates, being forced to only go one direction? Do you find that's a bit of an issue for you? I know sometimes we have them, sometimes we don't. A lot of the times we do, and certainly can pay.
Yeah, the locates are, if you get in early in the morning, the pre-market, they're usually, plentiful. As the stocks go from $5 to $35 by noon, obviously, they're not available. So you got to get early, get your game plan going. They're usually cheaper in the morning, and those who, can you still?
I don't know if we just lost you. We can still hear you fine, but we just lost your picture. That's all.
Okay.
There he is. He's back.
There we go.
Back.
I just took a picture of myself. All right, sorry. The earlier you get in, the cheaper they are. I don't like paying for them, but when stuff goes from $5 to 30 by noon these days, I mean, paying, 20, 30 bucks and catching rips like that, it's just part of the business. It's a fee you have to pay and get used to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, like I said, it's a cost of doing business. You made a really, really good point about the changing price of locates. A lot of times early on, you can catch it, and then when a stock goes 200-300% to the upside, it gets a little pricey because the demand is going to go up for those shares. So I always try to get mine in as part of the preparation. If I need to make sure we locate them, I do that early on. I just want to update you guys on Tesla. We just got some out there at $15.67. So you catch the $5 win. We're breaking those lows. So I want to see if we can hang on through the low of the day here. I'm going to go ahead and not take any more off. I do have a breakdown of that low of the day, but now that I find myself already rolling into the short, if we take out the low, we'll still be in this one. 15.73 was the average price. The last entry point is what I got here, 15.74.74. Brendan has something for us. What do you got, bud?
Just watching Coke, guys. Coke recent earnings are earnings from this week anyways. Almost back to day highs here. Just watch $48 if you're watching Coke. If you go to a daily chart, big time level on the daily chart for KO. Morgan Stanley upgrading this one today, guys.
I want to give a big shout out here to Kofi. New member alert. What up, Kofi? Thanks for becoming a member, and we're very, very happy with that one. One thing we don't do here is roll the magic wheel. Let's see what it winds up on. I have a feeling it's going to be jackpot here. I mean, let's just wait to see. Jackpot, there it is. Happens every time on the show, so that's a nice little jackpot spot. I did see some, you know what, I don't actually mind this, Dr. Williams, so I'll thank you for Dr. Williams yesterday, the $100 super chat. Thank you so much for that. But some type of contest, raffling for members, I actually like that. So I'm going to, with the help of Valeria, we're going to organize that. I think we can do that. So for all members, I'm going to do this. We'll do a raffle that will happen probably mid-August, and we will give away There's this hoodie. We'll give away one of these hoodies. This is my favorite hoodie. You guys can choose white or black, but right here, Trader TV Live, we'll do that for members. We'll give one away in August. So become a member, and we'll raffle.
I actually think we at some point we're going to have one with a logo with a saying on the back of it. So look out for that. Hopefully we can include that there. I just want to quickly jump to a daily chart in Tesla because I feel like I glossed over this and I don't know that I got to it when we were talking about this break of the low. Watch out is yesterday's bottom. The reason we gave a 1558 to 1560 range in the pre-market was both because of the even dollar, but also because of this double, triple bottom, whatever you wanted to call it on Tesla. So if it breaks that going into earnings, I think you could have some, I don't know, sell the news type of event in front of that news. When it comes to earnings plays, we're going to be doing several videos on them today here, Chris. Do you trade in and around earnings? Do you have a preference when it comes to maybe taking trades in the pre or post market if there's an opportunity? Do you only trade them post when they're going to be in play? What's your approach? Obviously, we're in the middle of earnings season, some big ones tonight.
Yeah, it depends which company it is. I don't like taking all of them. I do a lot. I have a very structured trading approach. I'm a very trend line trader most of the time. So I draw tops, draw bottoms, and trade within my channel. But there's guys that stick around after hours and trade this stuff all day long.
Yeah, I think that's the important thing. As long as you have your approach, we know we have some traders that will look at earnings and maybe play them in the aftermarket where there's activity there. But it's usually a very structured trade. It's like if I see this happen, I make this trade and only that. There's no discretionary, getting in and out, scalping 10 times. That's not the way to go. And I would never suggest anybody do that with aftermarket trading earnings. It's very, very volatile, especially this Tesla here. I want to quickly update some positions for you. One of them is going to be Blink, BLNK. A lot of times you're going to hear me refer to it as Blink just simply because that's what the ticker looks like to me. I'm not taking anything out till we get past that 730. This was just a little bit of a scalp trade in front of that 7 even. We said we'd take a shot in front of that support. I am still going to reverse, but when it gets a little bit closer, maybe halfway towards VWAP, we'll take some profit and then out all of it probably in front of 750. Brennan has something for us. Let's go to him.
Another one from the volume list here, guys. This one had news yesterday. Genprex, there was news regarding a diabetes treatment up again today, 15% still. As you can see, doing volume just broke through 4, right back down below, but broke through 4 for GNPX, guys.
All right, guys, and I just want to say, there it is. Thank you so much to everybody. There's 5,000 followers right there. So we'll hit the slap shot and we'll go there. And we will also turn the market green, although it's turning red right now. There it is, green market. So thank you so much for that. 5,000 followers. We're in a good mood. So we'll do that hoodie giveaway for sure. And maybe more. I actually really like that idea. Let's just keep considering those. Nikola, I do see some notes about that. Yeah, Nikola falling down. So Nikola right now back down to 36 and change. Yikes. I think this is near, guys, where we were when it came to IPO, of course. This is one of those SPACs with VTIQ, 3571. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if we break 32, but it feels like that's where we're going right now. Look, no product, no dice. We'll wait to see when Badger comes out what they're all about. But right now, Nikola just continues to fall. I'm thinking there should be some resistance right around here. This is second day trading bottom, 3571. I just wanted to ask, your traders, I guess, over there in Angola are trading things like Nikola and whatnot. Do you guys, and I apologize if you already answered, do you hold overnight? We just did talk about trading pre and post market, but do your traders also hold overnight? And if so, is Nikola maybe a little too dangerous as we were up to 97 at one point?
Yeah, no, we don't hold overnight. We're intraday only, similar to Day Trade the World.
Right.
So yeah, no overnights. I mean, these EVs, these COVID plays,
they're just too random, right?
I've seen some guys make a ton of money, outside of our office, and I've seen people literally blow their accounts up overnight. So
get destroyed, yeah.
To each their own, and whatever works for you works for you. Sometimes doesn't work for everyone.
Yeah, that's the same mentality, obviously, Chris, that we have here as well. We are completely flat, and we often get questions. I get tweets, I get Instagrams. We get them on the show in our chat right now. 4,000 people watching. Yeah, we don't hold. So when we make plays, like when Neil says, "Oh, he's short Tesla right now," or maybe he's covered. We'll get to that in a minute. But that doesn't mean that you're short into earnings. He'll probably cover that. Like we cover most of our positions 5-10 minutes, even longer. Like the Snapchat Snapchat trade that I have, but yeah, we generally cover pretty fast on those plays. I never really hold even through the show, and if I do, you guys will find that note coming from me on Twitter as well. Snapchat still, guys, we're still short that 64 here. Pretty light, like I said. I like to hold about 20% to see if we can break bottoms here, and right now Snapchat, it's trying 22.54, 22.53 coming in right now, but good trade here today for Snapchat. My only loser, so I'll arrow down Snapchat, and like I've told you guys numerous times, I do not have enough shares on board right now to turn this one into a winner. So that's another big thing, Chris. I know a lot of traders like to sort of kid themselves into understanding that they always have winners or whatever, but we like to tell the truth here. When we make losing trades, it's very important as a development. I know you've been in the game a long time. You have to be honest with yourself, and honesty will get you to where you want to be, but you have to be honest with your winners and your losers. Don't hold on to your losers. I hate averaging in 2 or 3 times, 1 or 2 times maybe, but if you're ever like at that 3rd or 4th average in, you're probably wrong. I guess you guys average in a little bit, but I'm assuming that you have a similar mentality there, Chris, where we don't like to just keep gambling. You got to have your ins and your outs. Am I correct?
100%. If you know, we take some big size here, and you know, our rule is usually 20 cents.
Yeah,
you're out. You know,
okay. And that will differ by stock,
if it's going
obviously.
against you, if it's going against you 20, 25 cents immediately, you're most likely wrong or a little bit early. Take the paper cut. We like to call them paper cuts. And learn from it and just keep observing, because sometimes it snaps back. You know, these algorithms are a lot smarter than us. So it snaps back. You can get back in, but there's a lot of paper cuts during the day. You know, you have to. That's trading. That you know, 10 cent loss, 5 cent loss, 20 cent loss, and then all of a sudden, boom, 70 cent winner, boom, 80 cent winner, 20 cent loss. If you can keep those real tight and have that discipline to say, oh well, it's, you know, not to say, oh, it'll come back, it'll come back, it'll come back. Those losses will start to become bigger than your winners.
Yeah, that's sort of the thing. I definitely agree with everything you said there. On that, back to that topic about holding, honestly enough, most of the times that it's a hold for the entire show, it's going to be a stock like this. You know, if I catch something on like the 2nd or 3rd day, a small cap like a TNXP, and then you just get one of those reversal trends where it's sort of giving back from previous sessions, and then you catch it on the right move, and then you have some profitability, and you're just looking for it to take out the bottom and then sort of go, I'm not saying it's going to go all the way back. That'd be back to penny stock status. But look, you're sitting there, there's no reason to get out. It's not threatening your stop. So I might have this one all day long, as opposed to, you know, in and out of Pfizer very, very quickly, in and out of BLNK very, very quickly, where those are in play on a given day. So that'll be multiple different styles of trade at once, which I'm going to assume, and I'm sort of leading into this question here, that's something that you engage in sometimes as a day trader, where you'll have some trades, it's like, 15, 20 seconds, a couple of minutes, and every now and then, you know, half an hour to an hour. Is that going to be true for you? And what's your approach for separating those different styles, not getting caught up mixing them together?
So separating would be experience. You know, depending how much experience you have. I mean, I can scalp things for 3 seconds on the spies, or I could be, you know, taking a channel trade for 3 hours from, you know, 1 o'clock till the close. You know, so it depends what time of day, and your experience, I would say, on how to answer that question.
Yeah, I think that sort of goes without saying. A lot of times we'll sit here and say, oh, I've traded a dozen stocks today, or maybe sometimes it's 5 or 6, another time it'll be over 10. And the reality is that most people, you're going to start out, you're going to trade one thing at a time. You've got to keep it relatively simple. You don't want to sort of overwhelm yourself. You know, even in your charts, use like 1 indicator or 2 indicators when you start. You can add more if you like it. Our charts are relatively clean here, and that's a longer process. I mean, I used to dabble with a million things when I first started out here. I just want to quickly jump back. The market hasn't really stopped here, so we have to talk about some things that are really happening. Snapchat, I want to apologize for these little wicks here, but just sort of showing you, rounding out and trying to hold this 2250-ish area. There has been some give back. I was fighting it a lot earlier. I made some money to the short side trade. I'm not happy with my inability to hold. It's only been successful on a scalp. I tried to have some sustained shorts in this one, but I was always in and out quickly for what they're wins, but overall the trend has been fantastic. I wish I had held on to some of it. Watch out if it can hold below this 2250. That might be a quick little scalp on a retest of that level. And then if it holds, maybe you catch on 10, 20% of it for a bigger move to the downside. Tesla, my last third is threatening 1580. If it breaks, I'm out of it. We took some profit off on the way back down to that 1560 bottom. If that goes at any point, I'm going to be looking for a break of that price. Of course, not holding anything into earnings. These are all day trades, as Sean said.
Yeah, we're day traders, so yeah, we'll do that. Snapchat earnings, I've noticed this, Chris. I don't know, it hasn't been great. Like Netflix off earnings wasn't a very great trade. IBM only went down off earnings, and now today Snapchat. Although the trend is kind of clear, I find this has been too choppy for us here today. Have you been able to take any money off of any of these earnings plays, especially maybe even Snapchat today? Any of your traders up a decent amount on this name today?
Snap, there's been a couple shorts, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, I hate Snap. And sometimes you go into some stocks and you have these preconceived ideas about the companies themselves. And, I've traded a long time, and I even still have issues with trading certain stocks just because of their underlying business. Mm-hmm. It's a mental thing. So, to be honestly, I haven't even looked at Snap.
Yeah, I'm the same way with Twitter. I hate trading Twitter. I'm a holder of Twitter, but if you don't like the way the stock trades, and again, I post these on, and there's a lot of good quotes. I'm sure you're familiar with a lot of them. Stick with what you make your most money in and what you're comfortable watching, because charts will often look the same for multiple symbols, but then trade differently, right? You have to understand where the stock trades, what its tendencies are, and you hit that one on the head. And if you avoid Snapchat for those reasons, and I give you multiple thumbs up, that sounds like a lot of logical reasons for that. So on that note, my two favorite, Carnival Cruise Lines and Microsoft. Give me one or two of yours.
Disney is definitely something that we've been looking at because of the COVID. Yeah. We're really eyeing those COVID numbers that come out of Florida on a daily basis.
Okay.
It's been slower the last couple days, but Disney is a decent trader when it wants to trade. Today it's not doing anything. Don't even bother bringing it up.
Yeah.
So that's when you go to your other favorite stuff. I love trading. AMD was great this morning. And what else we got? Piton was free money in the morning. If you look at that algorithm that was bouncing in between that channel on the 5-minute chart,
right?
Yeah, you short that top, buy that bottom. You could have done that 7 times.
Yeah.
So,
I was going to say a few times there.
Yeah, I love finding patterns like that now that you mention it, because I got burned on it today, and this was more of a 2 or 3 week pattern on a Macy's. There was just always buying at 635. So the last time you do a trade like that, I would say this. The last time you make those types of trades, it's going to be that loser, but as long as you know where you're getting out, it's not a problem. It's going to be a paper cut, and you've been making all that money on the way. And I want to quickly update, the last third of Tesla got broken out there at 1580. It's going to be an overall winning trade for me, but it really needed to take out the bottom for a home run. The reason I take profits and scalps them out is in the event that you're kind of directionally right. I want to expose myself to scalping within that channel, which we did. But Brendan's got something for us. I'm going to update you guys on my fires when we get back from him.
Yeah, another one, guys. Speaking of earnings, OLLI updating. You can see aftermarket yesterday, huge pop on this thing. Aftermarket up 10% today, but they updated their current quarter forecast. So they don't actually report until August, but OLLI just breaking to day highs here. A little bit of volume coming in through 108 there. Thinly traded overall, but worth a look. Strong today, guys.
All the oxen free on that one. OLLI.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we still have Snapchat, man. We don't have much else going on, to be honest with you, right now. So we're just chilling.
Sean, I got a couple for you. I want to quickly go reversed in Pfizer. I was trading this channel at the bottom. I liked it, didn't love it. I mentioned that a few times. So we scalped some 15, 20 cent wins, then tried to hold on for a break of that 37.50. Just didn't do it. We get out on the reversal at 80. We're now working the long into this 38. So just some scalp trades here in Pfizer. But now to the long side. But I can tell you, United Airlines working a little bit better for me. mixed results. First shorting in front of 33, reversing to the long, making the money back. We then dipped into a short here at 32.73. I take some out in front of 50s for a 20-cent win. I'm looking to see if we can maybe run back to the lows here. And again, this is just sort of one of these plays where it's sort of like a pivot play in the middle. I think it has a decent shot to get down to those quarters. If we can take a 40, 50-cent scalp, I'll give this now back to break even. I would have given it closer to the 80, 85 range, but the more it slides down, I don't like using trailing stops on this particular name, or at this time of day. But I will go with now 32.75. A break-even stop on the rest of this UAL trade. Nice little short here we got going on. I also still have that TNXP, but not much of an update. We're still in the money about 10 pennies. It's a $1.35 stock, guys. If it breaks down to about $1.10, I'll be all out of that one, guys.
Yeah, let's check out AMD here, now bouncing around. We love this name, and Chris brought it up as well. Unfortunately, I mean, it's a little bit embarrassing, to be honest with you. But, I mean, money is money we put in our pocket. You know that, Chris, and sometimes you miss trades. I would say we missed this one, but we did take out the stick and hit it right here. So, nice little trade going downside, or upside, sorry, on the rest of them. But, yeah, for right now, AMD kind of stuck in a channel, guys. Not really loving it. I actually don't mind a breakdown of this, but remember, coming up is Microsoft earnings and Tesla earnings. So you are going to have some shady dealings probably in the aftermarket. I don't mean shady in a negative way, but the futures could fly. Arun talked about Microsoft being the second largest holder in the NASDAQ 100. Obviously, the big guy is the number one. And then the same thing for the S&P 500. Not obviously as heavily weighted there, 500 stocks, but Microsoft, a big boy coming at the end of the day. So watch out. I don't know if I want to be short anything this afternoon, but hey, if something leaks or anything like that, both these stocks, Microsoft and Tesla, big time movers. You check the quarter out for some of these stocks, and it's just like it's straight up. So, and I don't need to show you Tesla's chart, guys. So let's wait to see what happens here. But big earnings day to say the least, Neil.
I like to hit this one. Timber action. I wish this had happened in Tesla, but it happened in the United Airlines, rolling over that 32.50. And again, you take the first half out for a 20-cent win. I targeted quarters. I got the quarters there. I'm not necessarily anticipating, with us getting sideways action at this time of day, a break of the low. It was a double bottom in the morning. I'm going to get out in front of it 100 times out of 100 with this style of a trade. It was just a quick little reversal and a pivot back to the downside in UAL. It's a nice little win, but I got to get back over to BLNK, Blink. Lots of ways that you can trade something like this. Obviously, I think that probably what would be the better trade, just because of the volume, was the breakout that Sean had at 750. You're going to see all kinds of volume off the open, so it's easily more of an opportunity to leverage up because there's more liquidity at that time of day. However, I did like that 7 bottom that it put in. We were waiting for it, and sometimes you got to be patient. I waited for this one like an hour. It came in and gave me the only price I wanted, which is around that 710. I got a 711 entry. We take some out for 20 cents, some out for 25, and like I said, I'm all out in front of 50 for 35-cent scalp. That's a scalp style trade for me. I'm risking to that 7 even. I'm breaking short if it breaks that 7 even. I find it's one of those things where you have to have a structure to your trade. My style was only going to be scalping that one at that price. A breakout I might have treated differently, but when it comes to sort of separating on these small caps breakouts from maybe using support and resistance levels, do you go in with profit targets in terms of how much you're looking for penny-wise on a trade there, Chris? Or do you sort of let the price action guide you? What's your approach when you're trading that particular style and some of these ridiculous volume small caps we've been seeing lately?
Yeah, that would depend on how much size I'm taking. I've banged into some of this stuff at the top, and it literally blips down 50 cents. Some big short seller, markets in for 150,000 shares, just boom, just craters everything. That candle, everybody piles out. So it depends what size. So if you're taking 1,000 shares, a 40, 50 cent target is usually what I'm looking for. If you're taking, 5 to 10,000 shares, 15, 20 cents, I'm in and I'm out.
Yeah, and just to sort of reiterate, going back to this type of a blink trade, that's never one that I would sit there and say, let me just jump in front of a level like this as it's about to retest in the afternoon in this double bottom. Let's jump in for 15,000, just sitting in front of the sword. I don't like, I think that's a little bit, I don't know. I don't like that trade. I'm not going to say it's reckless or anything. Just, again, looking at the liquidity here, that's not something you would do. But yeah, 1,000 shares there, you get 30, 40 pennies. I find it's important to always separate the style of trade as you're going through and talking about it and setting it up. It's like, okay, well, this is a scalp. I anticipate that level, using it for that. And even on your breakout trades, just sort of knowing what you're working with. I actually talk about this when it comes to breakouts, and I don't know whether we're going to have the opportunity to catch this one on blank if it ever takes out 8 even. One of the things I've noticed on some of the best breaks lately, especially in the afternoon, there's that first couple of minutes where you do see somebody slam it back down, trigger a few stops, 10, 15 cents lower, and I find myself wanting to get in on the original break, maybe only a quarter or a third, so that when that happens, I can quickly sort of jam back in for some more shares, and when everyone else got stopped out. It's sort of a feel thing. Have you noticed that that's the kind of thing where more algos are sort of shaking out that breakout trade? And do you just sort of say, okay, I'm just getting in on the break, or I'm going to stay away from it, I'm going to wait for the pullback, or do a little bit of both like I try to do?
Yeah, I'm a pullback trader. I rarely take breakouts. It has to be cranking. Like AMD today was great. It's cranking. It's piling through those whole numbers. You know, on a 1 minute chart, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have 11 red candles on a $3.50 move. I mean, the buying is piling in, and you know there's no sense for a small pullback and wait. You're going to miss it. On some of these more illiquid COVID plays, you know, I tend to wait for that big boy to smash down and, you know, take a little bit, you know, a couple hundred shares, just try it out. Do I get the fill? Does it run away from my fill? If it runs away from my fill, the algorithms aren't going to fill it. That means it's going the other way. So there's a little bit of trickery to how to enter some of this more illiquid stuff as it's spiking down. But those spikes can add a real good advantage if you know how to place orders well below. Sometimes you'll get tagged down there and boom, you're in the money like 35, 40 cents like instantly. So so that's kind of how I play those as they come to me.
Yeah, I love you said that sometimes you get tagged, and I do like that. And if you miss it, you miss it. I think that's one thing that's important I should say about those pullbacks. If you get one of those snapbacks and it doesn't tag you, sometimes you don't want it the next time if it's like, you know, 10 minutes later or 5 minutes later. We need to get to Brendan very quickly. He's got a little something for us.
Nice look for At Home Group, guys. Speaking of earnings, once again, At Home Group increasing their current quarter forecast today. So we're right back to this $8 level on the daily chart. You can see big time pivot here for At Home Group, up almost 15% today, just popping up here. You can see on a little volume spike for home, guys, in New York.
Go to your home. Yeah, home. Good little stock. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, good little stock there. One missed opportunity here. NIO today. I mean, not missed opportunity. I'm huge on it. Actually, it's my #1 stock. It just took over Spotify there after getting out. We did give this out, though. We let it go all the way back down. And I said if we ever sort of took out this little range, we'd get out. So we were able to drop our last 20% there. And then, yeah, nice trade all the way back up. Would have reversed long, would have wished to reverse long there, but did not. So we missed that whole play. And it actually gives you the VWAP trade once again right here. Sure, you have to give it a little bit of room. That's 10 pennies. That's well worth it for this name. But now coming back down to the downside, just did want to review all of that with you guys. NIO seems to be a good little trade here. We do have Daniel Shea from Simpler Trading coming on very, very soon to talk about the big dog happening overnight. And I know a lot of our viewers there. Good trade by Neil on this to the short side. Now giving up the ghost. I know you gave it up at 80 there. So that was good. Drops all the way to 90. Again, another trade off VWAP. I'm interested to hear what Danielle has to say. She'll be coming up in about 10 minutes. And then we'll hear about some options plays over there on whatever this stock is, Tesla, big EV name. Let's check out Workhorse quickly, Neil, before we go to anything else here. I just want to see what this name's doing. We've sort of ignored it today. Workhorse, I do like the 1670 pop through here. If that gets going, watch Tesla, watch Workhorse, guys.
Yeah, 100%. I said under my breath, I suck. And that was like, look, I made money on Tesla ultimately. You're going to see, we roll into it and we sort of roll out in front of the low of the day. We wanted to see if we could hold some for that break. We don't. We get the breakout through 1580, and I'm going to cover my shares. The reason I don't necessarily love it is just the entry points. I did want a blended price in and around 1575. I ended up with a price at 1574. So yes, that's kind of exactly what I was looking for in the end result when 1580 broke. However, it's the way I got into here. A lot of times when I do that type of a trade, it's better to have it when it tests your level and comes back in. And I'll say that I like to get some on the way back down instead of all of my position being jumping in front of the sword. I just sort of find, for me at least, that's not the best way for me to get in on that kind of a play, rolling downside like this on a Tesla. It is what it is. It ended up working out for me, but I'm not happy with my entry point. Maybe if I'd caught it on this way down the first test or this second test, I would have liked that structure better. It wouldn't have resulted in a different P&L. I just think the risk profile would have been a little better for me there. I want to update you guys on Pfizer very, very quickly here. I know we only have 20 minutes left in the show and we got Daniel Shea coming through. And I just want to say, if you haven't noticed, Chris, there's a lot of positive feedback in the channel from your visit here. So I want to thank you for coming on for us. I reversed long into Pfizer. I have only taken a quick 10-cent scalp on the first quarter of the position. If it gets to VWAP, I'll take some more out. If it breaks 38 and gets higher, I'll probably be all out in front of 38.40. 38.45, 38.50. There's always potential breaks. Pfizer's not the most volatile stock in the world. You take 10, 15, 20 cents on it. I'm going to be happy every single time. There we go. Just got a 15-cent win on it there. Next leg, we'll get 20, 25 and see how far it can go on Pfizer. Reversing to the long. It just didn't feel like it was going to go with that short for me. So a good reversal here. So far, so good day trading Pfizer. Usually, it's not my best stock. I get caught up always being a bull in Pfizer, unfortunately. Today we managed to do it right on this name. But Chris, you mentioned slaying some ghosts there when it comes to stocks that necessarily haven't been your best and you stay away from them. I've always said, and Sean knows this, BAC is the one stock, and you have never seen me trade BAC on this show. I mean, it goes way back, like 10 years ago, where it was just like every single day our floor would lose money on it back when Sean and I had our trading floor. And look, man, I don't know what it is, but I just don't like touching the stock. I'll trade everything else in the space but that one, Sean.
Yeah, you will. And I don't know if there's been a better guest to do this, and I want to thank Neil for it as well, because it is just about that time. So in Canada, this is one thing that we're missing, but we still love it anyways. So here we go, Chris. It is fruit salad time. So we get that party out. We get it going. You're down there in the islands. Today's fruit salad, actually, it seems like we're sponsored by, what camera are we going on here, guys? This one. We always go to this one when we do fruit salad, guys.
Just messing with you.
Okay, we have some pineapple in here. I'm assuming that that's super tasty down there. I guess every single fruit, nice and tasty. Give us your top two, if you could, down there, and tell us why maybe we need to go to Angola.
Well, don't book your flight to Angola.
Anguilla.
You won't get here. It's
Anguilla.
Anguilla.
Oh, Anguilla.
It's
Sorry, my
Anguilla.
mistake.
No problem. That's okay. You'll end up in Africa, but best fruit would be mango and pineapple.
Yeah. Oh, pineapple. Neil, Neil does not like pineapple, but I'm sure he likes.
Oh, I love pineapple.
Oh, you do?
But I will say this, and this is not my bias talking. I have had pineapple from various islands. Antiguan pineapple is actually very good. That's where my family is from. But I'm with you on mango. I could eat it all day, every day. We got it for
I just had a pineapple there. So
we had a couple of weeks where we were getting mango in our fruit salad, but I'm very, very jealous because I'm sure, like, when it's in season, like, you can't walk like 20 feet anywhere in the Caribbean without someone selling you fresh mango, and like I'll eat it breakfast and lunch when I'm down in Antigua. So I'm very jealous of you there, and I got to ask before we run out of time. We talk about trading, having targets, and of course the morning's a little bit better, lunchtime gets slow. Do you ever have a good morning and then just say, hey, I'm up a bunch, it's 11 o'clock, market slow down, I'm going to the beach?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We're in the professional trading zone, so most times I can't leave. Fridays are a good time. It's slow. It's summer Friday slow days. So, we go and kiteboard. We got a boat charter, paddleboard. So it's great. Anguilla is only 16 miles by 3 miles. And, when I walk out of the office here, I can literally be on a beach in 4 minutes. There's no traffic, so it's a great place. If you guys are ever wanting to vacation in Anguilla, come on down. We'll have a great time, and you can see the trading floor. We're called 33 Traders, and we trade remotely too. So yeah, come on down. I haven't been to Antigua yet, but it looks just as good as here.
Well, we can take a quick island hop. If I visit, and maybe I'll show you Antigua, and I'll count Anguilla there. But we won't be using Liat. I don't know if you like. West Indian Airline, they're going bankrupt, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like, it's what's happening in the space, and that's one of the reasons why, hey, if you can support the islands, do so. We're getting close to that little time. I have to update you guys. I told you TNXP might be holding on to this one the entire day. But it finally broke the low. You see that 123 break. I shorted a couple times in the mid-30s. I got out in front of the quarters. I got out in front of the next quarter, the rest of my shares. So I still have a little bit here that I'm holding, hopefully to see if it can't get to penny stock status. But, a nice little 10% win plus on this. And I anticipated we could be in this one a little bit of a longer time. I like that style of trade. Second, third day, when you get these small cap gappers on the way back in, they can be these nice little trades that never even threaten the pre-market levels or the opening range. It's just a nice little easy short you can do. If you got the low case, we happen to have them here, so taking advantage in TNXP. 15 minutes to go. You've been a fantastic guest, Chris. I think certainly, I hope you do enjoy it when you do get your nice little Lewis Daniels watch here. All of our guests this month and next have been getting them, so do look out for it. We thank our sponsor. You sort of see their logo in the back behind me, but you're definitely deserving of it. I just want to extend my thank you, and hopefully maybe we can have you at some point again. And don't hesitate to contribute to the chat and the community here. We love it. There's Dr. William 911, man. I love it, the excitement there. The trading family is big. It's only getting bigger. Once again, want to throw you that thanks. I only have Pfizer to the long side left. If it breaks 38, I'll take the rest out. Not looking at too much more than that. Of course, we have big earnings coming up aftermarket there with Microsoft and Tesla. And we didn't even mention Chipotle, Sean.
No, we did not. And I also did want to give, I'm feet up right here, just like you are with the fruit salad now. And yeah, we don't have the beach, but we can just chill out here. I did want to give a big shout out. I'm done trading. I'm at the highest spot I'm at all day today. Taking your advice here, Chris, a little bit. If you don't see anything you like, chill out. I'll wait for Daniel Shea to come, and we'll talk all about that. But I did want to give a quick shout out here. Mike Redbean coming through with a new membership. So thank you so much for that. And we recommend everyone become a member so you get those little updates. We are going to have some membership-only benefits coming through. It's $5 a month. I mean, that seems to be pretty reasonable to me. All right, let's kick our feet back here. Don't want to get our little thing dirty. We're a Hydration Nation. That's going strong as well now. And I'm noticing, Chris, your least favorite stock, Snapchat here, breaking through right now. VWAP at 22.97, coming back to the upside right now. It did have a nice little bottom there. We got out at 22.81 like we talked about, and now we'll watch this thing go. For levels, I mean, I don't know, guys. You know what? Let me take off these executions. I have over 200 trades today, so 205 executions for me today. Like we mentioned, direct market access there. Now the chart looks a little bit better. I'm ignoring some of these wicks up here, including this one, but I don't mind this little break right now, guys. 23.10 on Snapchat. Let's see what it looks like on a 3-minute chart real quick as we do get ready for Daniel coming up very soon. 23, I don't know, 23.10 doesn't look as good here, but there is still some levels. Like to get through a lot of this chop. Yeah, this may be a trap, but let's, maybe let's just stick with our guns here. Highest spot today. Today's better than any day we've had. Not better than any day we've had this week, but better than yesterday. I'm last all of June and all of July, 3 negative days or 4. I'll double check that and get back today. Just another one. We'll put a notch in our belt. Look at what we've done today, guys. AMD. Oh, we got to put our executions back on. Before we go quickly here, AMD, big time win there. You know what we've done on Blink. Bang, 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 bang. I got it. We're ready soon. Luckin Coffee. Nice little trade on the short there. Macy's. You guys all know about this trade. Bang that one out as well. NEO today has been huge. We go long, then we go short. Great trade there. And look at Spotify. We thought it would break 300 there, but it doesn't. Bounces around. Took $8 out of this name. And that is that. The only losing trade today is our Snapchat trade. Let's throw it over to the big guy at the desk.
Hey guys, yeah, it is that time. Very excited to have Daniel Shea, Director of Options from Simpler Trading, also frequent CNBC contributor, joining us in a second here. I wanted to highlight one thing on Tesla. We're going to talk about Tesla, give you a few options with options to trade around earnings when it comes to the earnings report tonight. After market, I went back to the last earnings report here on Tesla. Just to highlight, if anyone forgot, the expected was a quarter, 0.25 loss, came out $1. The actual, came out $1.14 earnings on the positive side. So it was a huge beat last time for Tesla. Just wanted to highlight that. Let us now bring in Danielle Shea from Simpler Trading, Director of Options. Great to see you, Danielle. Thank you so much for your time today. We thought, obviously, Tesla's the big one in the group. I know it's one of your favorites, so we had to go to the source and get some ideas and a plan when it comes to trading earnings tonight on Tesla.
So I absolutely love trading Tesla earnings. You know what's crazy about Tesla this quarter is that last quarter it was trading around $800 a share. And so now we have an even bigger implied move than what we had last time. This quarter we're going into it with about a 200-point implied move on either side. We never know which way it's going to be, right? What we can do is we can look at the past and see what's happened. The last 3 quarters, we have seen Tesla both rally into earnings and then trade higher after the fact. So it leads me to believe there's a pretty good pattern to the upside, but it's rallied so far, right? So what I typically like to do is I like to place options trades, specifically butterflies, around the expected move. So right now it's trading around 1,600. So I could place a target around the $1,800 price point. And then I could also place another one around the $1,400 price point. Very low cost trades in the options market to try to target this range.
Now, when it comes to the actual mechanics, I guess is the best word to use, when it comes to putting on a trade like this, what kind of time frame are you looking at? And when do you actually start working into a position like that?
So whenever I'm going to trade an actual earnings report, I usually wait until right about the market close because there can be a lot of volatility the day of the report. And then I usually start working the order around 45 minutes before market close. And with options, I always choose the expiration series of whatever week we're in. So it would be the expiration series for this week because I would be targeting a large move this week. The other way that options traders like to trade these type of reports are by selling premium. So especially for something like Tesla, there's so much anticipation around this. A very simple way to trade it is just to select, which way you're going, up or down, and then sell premium, either a credit spread to the downside or to the upside.
And when it comes to actually finding those targets, let's talk a little bit about technicals here. When you mentioned the downside target and the upside target, what specifically are you looking at?
So typically I use an overlap of Fibonacci levels. So I'll use Fibonacci extensions to the upside, retracements to the downside. I also like to overlap those with key moving averages and then key psychological values, big round numbers, like a new high or like 1,800. And then I like to overlap that with the expected move on earnings. So if the expected move on earnings is right around $200, and that would actually bring us to a new high in Tesla, 1,800 seems like a pretty good target if, in fact, we get that bullish report like we've gotten the past few quarters.
Bullish to say the least. I mean, the last one, absolutely amazing. And now here we are, the price has doubled, as you mentioned, since the last earnings report. Going to go over to Sean here for a quick question.
Hi, Danielle. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, not too bad. We go back and forth all the time. I did want to put your Twitter handle up here. We said today, join Trader Danielle. We posted that right up here. But I did want to give all of our viewers a note here. See, she has 4,300 followers. We cracked 5,000 today. So I don't want everybody to run over there and follow you because I always sort of have to take the lead on that one. But I did want to give you a big shout out. We did talk about space calls, and that's worked out really well for us there on the daily chart here. This is kind of what I look for, and I just want to get your opinion as we're live on the show here. I hope you can see the screen here. I kind of look for some consolidation and then get ready for it to break out, and that's sort of when I messaged you when we were down here 15, 16. I thought maybe we could take off there. Is there anything, maybe Danielle, and I know again we haven't pre-discussed this or anything, but is there anything on a chart that you tend to look for besides earnings? Now I know Tesla's an easy one today. Not easy, we'll see what happens, but is there anything that you would put on when there's not around earnings? Do you need to have a big event happening, possibly like space always seems to have some news? What triggers you towards a symbol other than earnings?
So I, like you said, I do love earnings. I love trading the run up into earnings. Right. So that's one pattern that I do every single quarter. So I look at kind of the strongest industries out there, the strongest stocks, and then I like to get into them 2 to 3 weeks prior to earnings, because usually other people want to get into them the day or two before, and then it causes a burst higher. But I love that pattern that you just showed in space. I mean, I was trading that one as well, and I love looking for tickers that have high short interest, like space. So something that has 20% about short float, especially where you see the price action coming right up to those previous highs.
Right.
I love to look for consolidation right before you get to those highs, and then I like to trade the breakout. I'm pretty much a big momentum trader, just like yourself. And so I like to identify consolidation on high probability technical charts in strong industry groups. Crowd and net are two that I'm looking at right now, because they had a bit of a pullback with a little bit of consolidation. And then those are two hot areas of the market as well.
All right, we'll get a big bang there for that. Thank you for that, giving some new names to our viewers. Danielle, always a pleasure, getting a lot of love on our chat here. So if you don't mind, we'll probably ask you back. Danielle Shea, thank you so much. Let's throw it back to Brendan.
Absolutely, Danielle. Real quick before we let you go, once again, just run down the key points when it comes to trading Tesla when it comes to earnings tonight.
Well, the key points are, whenever you're trading an earnings trade, it's definitely going to be more volatile. It's going to be a little bit riskier than trading, like a consolidation breakout. For me, I love doing it, especially in the options market, because you can get really low risk, high reward trades, especially when you're using strategies like spreads or butterflies. So for me, I just look at the past, what we have seen out of the ticker, how it typically performs. You're looking at a pattern just like always. You do have to keep in mind with Tesla that it has already gone so far. So the likelihood of it continue going higher is a little bit more slim. But if it does and it makes a new all-time high, it's just going to fly.
Great stuff. Thank you so much. Danielle Shea, Simpler Trading. Go check her out at Simpler Trading. Danielle Shea, always a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
There you go, guys. A little bit of a look at how to trade Tesla tonight when it comes to the earnings report on the options side of things. Let's go back over to the guys.
This is what it's all about, guys. I want to bring Chris back here, but I just want to quickly say, and I tweeted this one out in response to the tweet welcoming Daniel on the show. Traders learning is never done here. We're going to trade equities, obviously, but you want to understand the options market, what they're looking at, what types of trades they're looking at, what levels they're watching, because I've seen, and we've seen this recently with heavy call action, triggering some events in Tesla at least a couple of times. Some big call buyers have made some moves. And you want to understand what's going on, at least understand the structure. But we only have a few minutes left. And before I jump back to Chris, I got to let you guys know we're almost all out of that Pfizer here. We just got that next leg on a 38 break. So reversal 37.80. We take 10, 15. Now we catch the 20% winner. Looking for 40 on the rest. It was always going to be a scalp trade for me. We managed to successfully scalp the short. It couldn't break that 37.50 bottom, so we reversed to the long. That's working out for us. It's sort of sideways action trading at this point. So I got a quarter of that left, and the last little bit of TNXP is 20 cents in the money. Again, if it gets down to a buck, I'll probably take that one off for a nice one. We've taken the bulk of it out already, so we're very, very light. I don't know how heavy we're going to be throughout this lunchtime. I think the market could be very sleepy going into the big boy earnings today, Sean.
Yeah, no, I agree. I did want to throw it back to Chris. Is he still around? Any last words, Chris? Thank you so much again for being on the show. Is Chris there? Okay. Well, in a second, there you are. Chris, can you hear me? Is my mic's on, no?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay, great. I just want to ask, I was giving you, thank you so much for coming on the show. I think you've added a lot of value to the show here and talking about, your firm down there, 33 Traders. Guys, check that out. Any last comments you have regarding anything, Chris?
Yeah, for sure. So tell your production team we have to add a Ric Flair woo button.
Woo! Woo! Yes, I agree. We love Ric Flair. Yeah, look. In order to be the man, Chris, you must
be the man.
Beat the man. So beat. Ric Flair's whole thing was, in order to be the man, you've got to beat the man. So come for this trophy, Chris. Come for this trophy, and we'll discuss it. But yeah, I love the Ric Flair suggestion. Great idea.
I got to drop mine. You know my favorite wrestler saying, "Damn." And if you know that one, you got to be a real fan because that's taking it, that's going deep. Sometimes we like those jobbers that turn into bigger. So I don't really watch it anymore. We used to, back in the day,
either,
crush some Taco Bell and watch a little bit of Monday Night Raw every now and then.
I still like Degeneration X, man. DX, still around there. But yes, thank you. I guess, Chris, you're a fan of wrestling.
I'm not.
Oh, okay. You just like Ric Flair.
I'm
okay.
not. No, I'm not at all. But every time, I don't know who. I think it was back in the old London office. They would hit a massive trade, and in the back room, all you hear is, "Woo, Ric Flair!"
Nice.
Woo!
Nice.
And everybody would just turn their heads and be like, "Oh, that was a big one."
Nice.
We used to have a guy that would do he'd do impressions of Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's like, get down when he's in a big little score position. Everyone has their own little shtick. It's always a lot of fun. Yeah. There's a lot on our board today, so we need to break into some earnings. Of course, we talked about the big two, but there's a lot of other names on this board. So let's get to Brennan very quickly for the earnings.
Yeah, guys, one I don't think we mentioned today, but Twitter, before the open tomorrow, Twitter report. So not aftermarket, but before the open tomorrow. But let's go, yeah. Throw up that board, guys. We'll have a look at what's coming up both aftermarket tonight and before the open, as I mentioned, tomorrow. Yeah, Twitter on there, but wow, yeah, we're right in the middle of things.
Yeah, about that. Send me that graphic and I'll tweet that out because there's a lot in it. I didn't even realize Twitter was tomorrow. Holy, that's going to be, I think that's probably aftermarket. But
no, before.
Oh, before market. Oh, yeah. Okay, these are all before market. Wow. Twitter, Tesla, Microsoft. Look, I'll just throw it to you. Neil and I will have opinions on this all tomorrow. Las Vegas Sands, LVS, a great stock. Anything on that board there, Chris, that interests you at first look, besides the big three in the middle?
Twitter is probably going to be a big one, especially with that hack the other day. I'll probably be watching that one.
Okay, good enough. Yeah, we like that.
Yeah.
Oh, did I see American Airlines on there?
Yeah, I say AL is there too, so we got to say
God.
that. Of course, we have a few airlines coming through. I do believe we're also waiting for Southwest this week, a little bit later on. I think it's actually tomorrow that we'll catch those earnings. I just want to send you a big thanks, Chris. Thanks for the invite down, and if I come down, then you're also going to have to visit Antigua as well. Every island is fantastic, but I think it's very, very cool. Of course, a fellow Canadian checking it out down and living the good life. With the good weather down there and being a successful trader is a lot of fun. Stay in the community. We enjoyed having you on. Enjoy that Lewis Daniels watch when you do get it. But there's one thing we do before we get out of here, and I'm sure you know about this. We got to find out what national day it is. Let's throw it to Valeria.
You always do.
Hey Chris, happy to see you join us today. Our community absolutely love you on the chat. So if you don't mind, please write on the chat your social media credentials. And guys, we would love you to join us also. Please send your request to marketing@tradertv.live and you will also receive beautiful free watches sponsored by Lewis Daniels. And guys, join us today at 1 p.m. for some good quality education and watch our next educational video on how to trade IPOs. Well, and as usual, I'm saying what national day is today. So Chris, happy Onion Rings Day.
Happy Onion Rings Day. You won't find an onion ring in Anguilla.
Probably not. But look,
Nope.
I certainly love them down there. You're probably not, like you said, you're not going to eat any onion rings. But we enjoy that. I'm going to assume you also like poutine, which is a good dish as a Canadian.
Oh, yeah. Of course. You won't find that here either. I have to custom order that stuff, but that's okay.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. It's been a lot of fun. There it is, the Canada flag. I don't have it on mine, but it's always fun to have a fellow Canadian living the dream.
Do we have any Leafs fans in the building?
Come on, are you kidding me? Sean and I, we had one year.
I used to have a little, where's my bobblehead?
You had the ball. It's not here anymore next to me. Of course, social distancing. We're not sitting next to each other. But there was a bobblehead. I don't know where it went. Maybe the cleaners took it, Sean.
Oh, well, then there's going to be a problem here. But yeah, Maple Leaf forever. And no cup since 1967.
Ooh.
That's okay. It's our year. We get the COVID Cup. It's just as good.
Okay. I like that. Yeah, Blue Jays should be pretty good this year, actually, I think, as well. And our Raptors continue to be reigning champions until another couple months, and we'll see what happens there. But thanks again, Chris, for joining us. It's been a great. All of our viewers really enjoy you, so it's been fantastic. Lewis Daniels is in the building as well. Neil, take this over, bud.
100%. You know what we got to do right here. Thank you again, Chris. I got to go down the line. Valeria doing a fantastic job. We're blue shirt buddies today. There's the heart. Sean doing, I think, is a decent job. I can't actually see how Hydration Nation is going. So you got to give us a bit of an update there.
Actually, it's about 12. It's about at 12.
Okay, close enough.
It's between 11 and 12 there, but I can't hold it straight for the
It
camera.
looks like more than halfway.
It's more closer to 11, to be honest with you.
Okay. Yeah, so it is what it is. Got to get to that
Damn
water
it.
on. Brendan doing a fantastic job. I think that look was great for that interview with Daniel Shea. Very professional. We got to do that again. I had a lot of fun with it. I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah, good stuff. Thanks, Chris.
As always, you know how we do it. I'm Neil Roberts.
Thanks, guys.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Trader TV Live. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much, Chris.